What's up, everyone? Check it out. We're going to talk about video marketing. In fact, video marketing in 2018. We are going to talk about what you need to know and why I believe videos are going to blow up. And even if you're an absolute beginner today, we're going to overcome a lot of your fears about video. We're just going to dive into it. Everything from vlogging to how to use videos for SEO, review, you name it. We're going to cover as much as possible. Plus, you have the opportunity to ask questions because I got my computer here. I'm going to look at some of the live comments and go ahead and take some of your Q&A. We're going to roll with that free value and we're going to go from there. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Chris Record like a record breaker, like a record setter, for the record, if you will. And we're going to talk a little bit about my experience with videos and literally how I used videos. I switched to videos and it exploded my income. And I'm going to just kind of dive into a lot of the mindset behind what I did in my journey and my vision, and then we're going to talk about the fundamentals, like the tactics and the strategies about what to do with your own videos. We're not going to talk too much about equipment. I might cover it a little bit. This is one of my first vlogging cameras that I ever used, and but we might cover it a little bit, especially if you guys have Q&A. But what I'm going to cover more than anything is an underlying strategy that I think everybody should be using. So with that being said, let's dive right into everything. First things first, for props, I have my computer right here, which I can use this TV screen as well. And then over on this side, I have a whiteboard that I'm going to be able to use. So we're going to kind of go back and forth, sharing as much as we can with these. For those of you that want to follow me, I do have a couple of YouTube channels. I went on YouTube for about 6 months and did kind of like a case study. I wanted to do it for a full year. I ended up doing about half of that, about 6 months before I moved. And I'm going to pick it back up, I think, this summer. So if you want to basically follow my next journey online, you could just Google search Chris Record Vlogs. Okay, it's that simple. This was a brand new experiment. What I did was I started a YouTube channel from scratch with no paid advertising, got it to 44,000 subscribers, and I wanted to learn organically, right? Without boosting any kind of videos. I wanted to learn organically, like, what does YouTube reward? What is it that they want to see us do? And then we're also going to talk about Facebook, what Facebook rewards, and we're going to have some fun. So let's dive into it. By the way, if you're watching live, let me know in the comments right now. In a minute, I'm going to be bringing it up. Let me know in the comments if you're excited about today's topic, what it is you want to learn, anything like that. So just to give you a quick, let's take 30 seconds and let's go through my channel. So in 6 months, what I did was I mostly did vlogging and I made music videos. Example, just vlogs. You know, every single day I was training on topics like print on demand, Shopify, affiliate marketing. One of my friends who had cancer did a vlog on that. How to make money online. Even my dad's cryptocurrency mining. So literally just talking about a lot of different things here. Instagram marketing, the science of selling. What I essentially did was entrepreneur vlogging. That was my niche. That was my topic. And every single day I would do a video. It would either be a standalone video or part of a series. And during that process, I learned a lot. And so that's one of the things we're going to talk about. In fact, one of the things that we're going to talk about today is going to be vlogging. And vlogging is basically a video log, okay? Vlogging. It's a video log. And there's lots of different things that you could do with vlogging. I'll give you some examples of what you could do. You could do a family vlog. Maybe you have children or something like that. You could literally go and vlog all about like what your family life is. Maybe you could do like a lifestyle vlog. Maybe you like live a crazy lifestyle or whatever it might be. You could do like a travel vlog. Maybe you're always traveling around and doing different things. There's like lots of things you could do. You could even do like a review vlog where you're just constantly reviewing different products every single day, whatever it might be. There's so many different things that you could do with vlogging. Vlogging doesn't just have to be a day in your life. It's sort of like a daily video journal where you can post a video to Facebook or YouTube or wherever you want every single day, kind of sharing a little bit of your life with people, but also just having some fun. You could actually do a comedy vlog if you feel like you have comedy skills. You know, you could actually do a full-blown comedy vlog and have some fun with that. You know what I'm saying? You could go and you could do like maybe skits. You could maybe have some fun friends. Maybe every single day you guys are laughing and that's what people want to see. There's just so much stuff you could do. I could do a huge list. But vlogging is a very fun activity. Another thing that I want to talk about on the topic of vlogging is to be able to have an outline. You know, you're really going to want to have something that there's a strategy in place, right? You're going to have a vlog outline. It's going to be an actual strategy. You're not just going to sit there and point a camera at you and not know what to do every single day. I'm going to teach you a little bit about that. So we're going to kind of come back to this. I'm going to open this loop. We're going to come back. I'm going to basically walk you through what I think is a good vlogging outline. But I want to make sure everybody knows it's not just vlogging. You know, videos are powerful. Let me go here to one of my friends online here, Neil Patel. Okay, Neil Patel has one of the biggest blogs. He is a blogger. He writes articles on different websites like QuickSprout, Neil Patel, all these different things. And just look at Neil Patel by the numbers here. 46 people on his team, 1.1 million monthly blog readers, 1.1 million. So this guy, Neil Patel, knows what to do to rank content in search engines. Okay, he's one of the best in the world. He travels everywhere and gives speeches. So why am I talking about Neil Patel? Because here is a person who is a content marketer who writes for a living, not necessarily videos like I do. He writes for a living. And look at this article right here on Neil Patel's site. Why I'm spending $144,000 on video in 2018 and why you should too. So here's a guy who literally is a content marketer. He is an article writer. He is a search engine optimization guy. All he does is these blogs, right? And he's saying he's making this big shift into video. And, you know, like, let's look at just some of the things he says. For 2018, I'm placing my bets on video-based content, not typical content marketing pieces like blogs and ebooks. This is a guy who's a blogger and writes ebooks. So he's literally saying it's changing. The time's changing, and you've got to really do this. So he's dedicating all of this money towards it. You know, $54,000 towards equipment, $24,000 on topics, $60,000 on marketing, $144,000 in total. And it's crazy, right? He's going away from his normal text-based marketing and going into this. But look at this big thing that he says here. Typical content marketing is saturated. So here's somebody who literally does this for a living and is one of the smartest guys in the world saying this is saturated, and what the big move is video. Video in 2018. And this is for a lot of reasons of which we're gonna kind of dive into today. But it's just a lot of reasons. I mean, think about it. Right now, I'm coming to you in video format. There is a power in this. Now, let's go ahead and talk about like why video, then I'm gonna come back to this loop here. So, video is the most powerful medium because it's more engaging and it's more compelling, okay? It can be. Video can also be bad, okay? There's definitely bad video. But once you understand video marketing, what's gonna happen is people are gonna be more willing to buy something through a sales video than through a sales letter, right? People are gonna be more willing to engage and watch and stop what they're doing if a video pops up than written content. And here's why. We live in a day and age in 2018 where everybody's busy. I mean, I don't have my phone right now, but if I did, I would check it and go, like, look, everybody's on their phones. Everybody's constantly doing things. You've got work. You've got family. You've got, you got social media. You're on your phone. You're always doing all this different stuff. So it is a war for attention out there, right? It is a battle to try to get people's attention. Well, here's what happens. When a video comes up, it's more likely to get attention than, let's say, an article. And there's a few reasons behind this. But articles are static. So if I go to Neil's site and I start reading this article like I just did, I know that this article is going to be here for me tomorrow. I know it's going to be here for me the next day. I know that I can find it. It's here. And you know what else? I'm just going to skip through. I'm going to skip through and look for the parts that I want to read. So I'm going to just quickly browse through. I can quickly see what it is. As a user, yes, this is a little bit more valuable that everything's written out nice for me and organized so I can go through. That's why content marketing is good. But a video has a little bit of the element of surprise. See, what might happen is, 1 or 2 minutes might not be exactly what you're looking for, but then on minute 3, I say the one thing that was exactly what you needed to hear, okay? And so it's a little bit more of a variable reward system. In fact, I'm gonna write that out right there. Let's write down VRS, okay? Variable, and you guys wanna write this down at home if you can. Variable reward system, okay? Variable reward system, the VRS. This is one of the fundamental factors behind what makes marketing so successful in the world. Let me give you a couple of examples of this, and I'll talk to you about how they work so well with video. Variable reward system. An example is, I live here in Las Vegas. In the background, I can see the Paris kind of Eiffel Tower, the Cosmopolitan, the Bellagio fountains. So if I were to walk outside of my house and walk into a casino, one of the first things that I would see on the floor are slot machines. And you're gonna sit there, you're gonna have a chair, and you're literally just gonna pull a lever over and over and over. Now, most of the time that you pull this lever, it's not gonna reward you with anything, right? You're gonna put in money, pull the lever, and it's just a fail, okay? You're gonna put in money, pull the lever, and it's a fail. But if you sit there long enough and you put in enough money into that machine, you pull, eventually you get a victory, you get a win. And what happens is that win kind of just gives a boost into your body, right? There's a whole entire thing we could go into the psychology behind this, but it's just gonna give you this little adrenaline boost inside your body that you're a winner. It's reinforcing this winner. It's wiping out all of your losses, and most importantly, it's justifying that the 20 minutes that you just spent there was worth it. So now it's getting you in the habit that if I spend a little bit more time here and I invest a little bit more money and I keep pulling this lever, then I'm gonna get another win. This is known as the variable reward system, VRS. And you might understand, of course, Vegas functions on this, but did you know that social media thrives on the variable reward system as well? See, if I go to social media right here, and let's go up here to the screen. If I go to social media, and let's say that I go to Facebook, by the way, there I am live. You can tell that I'm actually live right now. If I go to Facebook and I start scrolling through here, which is what people do, they scroll through what's called a news feed, right here in the middle. And there's a post by Kevin, here's a post by Ryan, I was 37 years old and this and that happened. And then here's a post by Brian, let's keep going, Marika right here. And you just kind of keep going, and you obviously have all been there, right? Douglas is there. Okay, so Amanda's doing this and that, Dave Woodward. Okay, this is called scrolling through the newsfeed. Did you know that what I'm actually doing is I'm participating in the VRS when I do this? What I'm doing is I'm mindlessly scrolling through, either on my computer or on my phone, mindlessly scrolling through, not seeing what I need to be seeing. I know that it's wasting time. I know that I'm just should be working, or I should be with my kids, or I should be doing something. But I'm scrolling through until I get rewarded. What is my reward going to be here? See, like Corey did something, shared the photo you took from your phone. I don't really care about that. So I just keep going. Here's some expressions video. I don't care about that. I'm looking for this reward, but you may not know that you're looking for this reward. You're scrolling and scrolling. Okay, so let's say that this was the reward. So here's Cole Hatter. We made it to the Atlantis Resort in the Bahamas. They got unicorn outfits. Okay, look at this. Matching unicorn outfits right here for my girls. I'm rocking unicorns with pride. What is your favorite place to visit the world? So let's say that this was my reward. My reward was I'm scrolling, and then I see a good friend married with their family in the unicorns, and maybe that boosts me right there with that little dopamine type drug feeling. It boosts me, and I'm like, man, this is the lifestyle I want. I suddenly got a boost of motivation. I want to be able to travel the world. I want to go to Atlantis. I would love to have family pictures like this. This is what I want to do. And then I start going down this rabbit hole, this tunnel, if you will, of that kind of that dopamine fix, right? I'm looking for it. So I'm going through here now, and I'm going through all the cool stuff. I'm catching up and go, oh, he's got the family pictures. He's got everything else. And then you kind of go through and go through and go through. Now, eventually you kind of get through and you're like, oh, there's Cole Hatter with Billie Jean and Lewis Howes. Now some more motivation. Like, man, I want to get to the point in my business where I'm able to get there and take a picture with Lewis Howes and Billie Jean like this. And now I'm just starting to get pumped up. But here's the thing. When I logged into Facebook, I had no intention of doing this. I didn't have any intention at all. I just wanted to maybe check my notification up on the top right. Why do I have 8 notifications up there? Maybe I wanted to really quickly check my friend requests or whatever it was. I wanted to clear that out, but I ended up going through this variable reward system. Now, if you're going long enough, this VRS, what it does is every 20 or 30 posts, you get a little boost. And then here's what happens. You walk away and go, I'm so glad that I saw this because I just saw my friend got married, or my friend had a baby, or I noticed it's my friend's birthday. And I'm so glad. If I wasn't scrolling through the Facebook newsfeed, I never would have known. And if I didn't know, then I wouldn't have been able to wish them happy birthday or congratulate them, and I would have been completely lost. So if it wasn't for my behavior, of randomly scrolling through the newsfeed, I never would have had that reward. That's how the VRS system works. Now, so you understand the slot machines, the social media scrolling. What if you applied the VRS method to your business and specifically to your video marketing? So somebody is basically going and doing whatever. They're on YouTube or they're on Facebook or whatever, and then they see a video. They see a video of yours, and this video has to employ some of this VRS attributes to it. It's got to be able to suck people in. It's got to have some type of a reward that they weren't expecting. In fact, right now, speaking by example, you are watching me right now on this video, either live or on a replay. You're watching me right now, and think about it. Why are you watching me? What am I doing that has you engaged and sucking in and listening to my words right now, right? What is it? And what reward are you hoping to get? Maybe you already got a reward. Maybe this piece of information was already so valuable that it was already worth it to you, right? So you got to look and got to go, okay, if I'm giving you a valuable thing like this every few minutes in my video, then you're going to keep watching. And the longer that you keep watching, ready? What we're going to call watch time. Watch time. The longer that you keep watching any individual piece of video content I put out, the more that I, as the creator, am going to receive a reward. Okay? What I mean is, Facebook, YouTube, all of them, they have algorithms, which essentially just means that they can't rely on people to monitor everything. They have over 1 billion users, right? So they have to rely on just data. So one of the most important pieces of data to these companies is called watch time. See, if I post a YouTube video and you go and you watch my YouTube video and you watch it for 10 seconds and then you bounce and you go somewhere else, well, your time spent on that was very, very minimal. YouTube is not going to reward me for that. YouTube, as a company, says, who are our top video creators that are sucking people in and keeping them watching for minutes and minutes and minutes and minutes? Who are these people? Let's reward them. Let's make those videos go viral because it's getting people to spend more time on YouTube. But then there's this other guy, Chris. He makes videos and people come and they leave. It's not serving YouTube. There's no value, right? So they're not going to reward them. I'm going to have a consequence. My consequence is no publicity of these videos, no virality of these videos because people are coming and going. The longer that I can get people to watch my videos is the number one most important thing that you can do, okay? That's watch time. YouTube obviously benefits from that, especially if they're serving ads. Now, another thing is, YouTube doesn't just want people watching my videos, they want people engaging with my videos. They want people leaving comments. They want people hitting the like button. They want people sharing it. They want people taking the video and embedding it and writing articles about it and everything. So if you look at the most viral videos, those viral videos are getting a lot of news coverage and media coverage, and people are going to those videos, watching them, maybe watch them 2 or 3 times in a row, and then talking about them. So that's what makes a video go viral. So if you can learn to employ this VRS method along with increasing the watch time on your videos, this is how you're going to dominate your marketing in 2018. This is what everybody wants. So I have a couple things going on. Let me tell you what I'm actually doing in real time while I'm doing it, and then then we'll do it, and then I'll tell you afterwards. So first things first, VRS. If every couple of minutes I give you a valuable banger tip, right? But then in between the 2 minutes, I still have to keep you entertained. I've got to be like energetic. I've got to be constantly moving. I can't just sit here and talk like this. I can't sit here and just talk. Like, think about this right now. Just play with me for like 10 seconds. If I was just talking like this and I wasn't really sure what I was doing and I was thinking it up on the spot, do you notice how the energy is just very different? Do you notice how right now, like, if I feel a bit confused, you're going to start questioning whether or not you should be spending time watching this. But instead, if I add a little bit of hype, a little bit of VRS, and a little bit of, open loops, these are the things that I'm doing right now. If I go, okay, listen. In just a couple minutes, I'm going to walk you through a specific outline that you can follow through on, that you can use in your videos to be able to increase this watch time, to be able to increase this VRS. And best of all, it's going to be completely free right now for you today. No cost, just free value for you because I want to pay it forward. All I ask is that if you guys are enjoying this, smash the like button and let me know in the comments. Okay? Do you see what I just did? Or if it's YouTube, subscribe to this channel. Do you see what I just did? What I just did was I basically told you what was coming, and I got you excited, so now you're afraid to leave because you might miss the reward. You're here for the reward, okay? Subconsciously, you're here for the reward. We're always here for the reward. So when you learn to think like that, when you are the creator, if you plant seeds like that, constantly be telling people what's coming, okay? It's a little bit of hype, but you don't have to do it in a hypey way. You could always just say, all right, here's the outline of what I'm going to cover today. I'm going to be very, very specific. We're going to cover point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This point number 3 right here, this got me 44,000 free followers, organically at no cost whatsoever. I'm going to break down exactly how to do that. So if you invest your time watching with me today, I will make sure it's very worth it for you. What you're going to get out of this video is a specific strategy that you can use to grow a massive following, make money online from anywhere in the world. So if that's what you want, keep watching. Let's make it worth it. So you don't have to be really hypey, but the energy helps. If you go look at the top people online, the energy helps. So that's why I did an open loop. I talked a little bit about vlogging. I talked about how I'm going to do an outline, but then I went right into some nuggets so I don't lose you. I want you to keep watching. So every once in a while, I'm going to throw in some valuable things. Then we're going to go right back to where we were. Also notice that instead of staying just in one little thing, we're going back and forth to sometimes I'm going to be working here on my computer and showing the screen. And then we're going to go back to me, talking and stuff like that to the camera. Then we'll go over to the whiteboard and I'll be drawing and I'll be acting. And then there might be things like props that I'm using, all these different things. And then if you actually can tap emotions, if I can tell stories and if I can make you laugh and if I can have fun and if I can boost your energy up, these are all things that will put you in a peak state. Because let's be real, right now, you're not in this room. So since you're not in this room, I can't transfer my energy easily to you. So you're sitting, maybe you're on your phone right now. Maybe you're sitting at work trying to watch this. Maybe you're on your couch at home. Maybe you've got kids playing around and I have to get your attention. So you've got to employ these things. So hopefully, no matter what I teach you, you just watch how I'm doing it. What about the body language? If I'm just sitting here like this and monotone and stuff like this, it's different than if I'm constantly moving, constantly doing this and I'm constantly moving. There's something crazy. Oh my God, what I'm about to show you is this and that. This works. Of course, make it you, make it your own style, make it authentic. All right, let's keep going. So one of the most important things that people miss is a proper outline. Okay, and proper goals. So there's 2 things we're going to talk about, but a proper outline and proper goals. Most people just grab a camera and then they just start talking and they don't like the way it turns out, so they just never even use it. Kind of like Instagram pictures. Somebody will take 100 pictures to find one that's any good because we're so self-conscious that we don't want to release it because once we release it, it shows our imperfections, right? So most people out there are being blocked by the 6 inches in between their ears, okay? And that's something that you're going to want to fix, but it's a good thing. When everybody else is struggling with something, if you overcome it, you're going to rise above them all. Go ahead, struggle. Go ahead, you guys. Don't make videos. Let me make videos with less competition. So you're going to need an outline. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw a timeline right here that represents your video. Okay, your goal is this. Average watch time. Let's say this is a video, and let's just say, for example, that this is maybe a 10-minute video. Okay? This is a 10-minute video. Obviously, getting 100% of people to watch the entire 10 minutes is hard. So even if this is your goal, that's hard. But you don't want to be down here where people are just watching and bouncing. So your goal is to get them, let's say, to maybe 50%, 60% on average. If you could even reach right here, where people watch about 50% of your video on average, that's a pretty good goal. So an outline is, how can I create this 10-minute video, but how can I get them to watch half of it so that I at least have a good solid watch time that YouTube starts to reward? And then you got these little VRSs. I'm gonna put little stars or little VRSs. Variable reward system. How can I give the viewer rewards along the way? So I wanna give them a reward here, reward here, reward here, reward here, and then right at that 50% mark. And then if they keep staying, I'm gonna give more rewards. Now, don't strive for perfection. Do not try to be perfect because the reality is that the best people in the world can't get 100% of people to watch the whole thing, because the reality is that even if somebody wants to watch it, they don't have 10 minutes. Or they don't have 20 minutes or 30 minutes, or even if I do this right now for 2 hours, nobody's actually got the 2 hours. What's gonna happen is most people are gonna click and they're gonna bounce off. So if this is, let's say, YouTube, you wanna try to get right here to this 50% mark. Okay, you have to have an outline, you have to have a strategy, you have to have a plan. If you know you wanna get to 50%, then you've gotta put something here that is what they wanted to come for, and you've gotta engage them here, because like most people are gonna come right here and then they're gonna bounce. Somewhere right around there, most people are just gonna bounce. They're gonna basically click to watch your video and they're gonna be like, this isn't exciting me, this isn't whatever. So this little first window right here is the most important, okay? It is the most important. The way that a movie opens up, the way that whatever opens up, you've gotta capture people, and you've only got like 15 seconds or a minute to be able to capture people. You've gotta get them engaged. So what I like to do here is I like to put the best things that I can up front. Okay, lead with something heavy. You know, like let's say this video right here, I might say, hey you guys, in today's video, I'm gonna share with you how I got 44,000 subscribers for free with no paid ads using a specific video marketing strategy. So if you guys want to explode your followers, if you guys want to have a money printing machine by having so many followers you can message and email and sell things, if you want to have bigger fame, if you want to have bigger influence, if you want to grow your Instagram, if you want to grow your business, you're going to want to use this video marketing strategy that I'm about to break down to you in detail completely. So with that being said, let's kick off today's video. Okay, that was like a 15 or 20 second thing, right? I didn't actually train on anything. I just told you what was coming. That is called the treasure. We're going to get back to that. That is the reward. Your reward, I'm basically saying, is that, you know, think about a child. If you behave well, after this, we will go to the store and we will buy you some candy. Okay, so now that the child has a reward, now what you're able to continue to remind them as that child starts slipping and starts running by the swimming pool or doing something that they shouldn't do, or being mean to their brother or whatever it might be. You're able to remind them, hey, remember, if you're good, would you still like to go get candy after this? Because after this, or ice cream, after this, we're gonna go get some ice cream. So as long as you're good, and if you keep reminding them, they'll be like, oh yeah, I forgot. That's exactly what this is, okay? As adults, what we want is not ice cream. We want that strategy that's going to get us our result. And that strategy is gonna be right here. That is gonna be your treasure, at least as far in as you want them to go. And so what you're looking to do is you're basically looking to say, let me tell you right here, child, you're gonna get ice cream if you cooperate, right? You gotta say, you are going to get a reward if you watch this. And then you're gonna take them on a journey here. But what you don't wanna give them this right away. And let's address that. Why can't I just give it to you right away? Why not? Because if I instantly just give it to you, then you came, you got what you wanted, and you left. So if I go back here to the computer, okay, how is that any different than these blog posts? If I come here to this blog post, I can come here, I can scroll through on my own time, kind of quickly. I don't feel like reading all this. It's too long, blah, 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 blah. Blog posts. In fact, users publish millions of blog posts every single day. 1.8 million blogs written today. Oh, that's kind of cool, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I got what I wanted and I'm gone. Okay, literally, the problem with traditional content marketing, it's too easy to see what it is and what it isn't. And so the user is just gonna come and leave, or come and get what they want and then leave, okay? The bounce time is higher. It's hard to keep somebody on for 10 or 15 minutes on an article. Even Neil Patel, one of the best in the world, writes long articles to try to do that. Now, what happens is, if you give them the treasure too fast, they're gonna take it and they're going to leave. So you have to kind of push it out there. You've got to push it out there. And what you have to do is you have to work to keep their attention all these little intervals. So if this is a 10-minute video and this is 5 minutes right here, then every single minute 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, every single minute, I'm going to want to give you another reward. But the reward is not exactly what you were looking for. The reward you were looking for, my children are looking for the ice cream. They want to go to Cold Stone Creamery or whatever, right? That is the actual reward. But along the way, I want to give them little rewards, and maybe it's something really fun. Okay? So maybe along the way right here, I go, all right, you guys, we're going to play a game. We're going to play hide and go seek, and whoever can find me first, I'm going to give them this G.I. Joe toy. So now what's happening is they're here for the ice cream, but I'm doing other things with them before the ice cream that are engaging and compelling. So the same way that you might do that with a child and kind of like keep them engaged on doing their homework, right? Maybe they have some math equations, and my son, I might go, okay, listen, here's the thing. Once you finish the first front of this page, once you finish this and we check it, then what I'm gonna do is we're gonna play this fun game of jumping on the bed, and I'm gonna show you this crazy new way to do a flip you've never seen before. You wanna learn it? Okay, all you have to do is get through half your homework, just the front page. Then we'll go play and do this. Then after we play, we'll come back and do the back page. So what happens is now he's got a short attention span. He's like, okay, I can get through this first page really quick because I wanna go jump on the bed. And that's what this is. That reward is jumping on the bed. Then, after we jump on the bed, I'm gonna go back and say, all right, if you finish the back of this, once you finish the back of this, then we're gonna do this fun. Now, it doesn't have to be anything crazy, but when you learn to trigger a positive reward to a positive action, you're gonna get more engagement, you're gonna get more excitement along the way. No consequence, there's not a consequence for not doing it. I never wanna make them feel bad. I don't really like to prey on pain, even though it does work incredibly well. It's not my style. I like to work off of pleasure. I want people to gain pleasure. Now, pain, I may say something like, listen, I didn't follow this strategy, and my first year making videos, I wasted so much money and lost over $150,000 in money I would have gained by not doing this right. So if you guys don't want to make the same mistakes I did, if you don't want to lose $150,000, if you don't want to if you're going to spend all this time, if you don't want to waste time away from family and everything, if you don't want to make those mistakes, then watch this video so you can make sure to do it the right way. I might do a little bit of that, but that's about it. So each little thing is like a little variable reward. Now, what I mean by variable reward is that it's not a reward they're expecting, okay? By having it be unexpected, it works incredibly well. Let me give you an example of the unexpected variable reward. There were studies done with mice. Many studies in this world have been done with mice, right? Whether you agree or not with putting a mouse in a cage and doing studies, obviously that's where we've done a lot of our studies. Now, there's studies that show that if you consistently put a piece of cheese into a little thing and train the mouse that, every few times a day, I'm gonna put cheese here, you can come press this, it'll open the little latch and you can have your cheese. Okay, you can put a mouse in a cage and the mouse will learn to go over and push down on the little thing, open up the door and get the cheese. But what will happen is the mouse will only push that door and only push that lever when they know there's cheese there. So what they did was they introduced a variable reward system to mice and watched what happened, and it was incredible. Okay, which is, if the mouse doesn't know, first of all, what's on the other side of that, and sometimes it might be a small piece, sometimes it might be a big piece, sometimes it might be nothing, sometimes it might not even be cheese, but what happens is, and you don't do it on a consistent time, like you don't do it in the morning, afternoon, and night. What happens is you just basically do it in random intervals that every once in a while, when you press that thing, something will appear. But then maybe you press it 4 or 5 times and it doesn't appear. Then maybe you press it some more and something else appears. If it's random and it's variable, then what happens is that same mouse, instead of waiting to go press that at the proper time, that same mouse is just constantly throughout the day pressing that thing all the time to go check to see if something's there. Oh, nothing's there, let me go back. Okay, wait, let me go back and check. And what happens, they're constantly checking, and then they're rewarded in different amounts. Okay, so this proves that human psychology says, I'm going to stay more engaged and keep doing this repetitive pattern over and over and over again if I don't know if a reward's coming or not. I know eventually I'm going to get a reward here. That's why gambling works so well, because most of the time it's not working, but every once in a while, in a random sequence, you get an award. It's not every 20 minutes. Sometimes it's 20 minutes and then boom, 1 minute later you win. Then boom, 1 minute later you win. And then 40 minutes goes by without anything. It's random. And because it's random, our mind seeks to try to find a way to organize it and build some structure around it, and we can't. And because we can't, we're addicted to it. It creates a habitual, addictive behavior. And that's exactly what the VRS does. And so you want to use this in your videos where these need to be random bursts of things that aren't necessarily expected, okay? Because they're waiting to get to the treasure. And once they get to the treasure, then they feel fulfilled, but because they got all these, it's very, very important. Now, during this time, so let's go on this journey of a customer. Let's say that this viewer is Mary. So Mary goes, I would like that reward. So she watches my video. I hook her in the first 10 seconds, 30 seconds. And she goes, okay, fine. You got my attention. I'll watch this. She looks, it's just a 10-minute video. I know it's worth my time. So she came for this. She does not know what's here. This is gonna be variable rewards. What I wanna do is during this time right here, I wanna build something called KLT, okay? The KLT stands for know, like, and trust. Okay? Know, like, and trust. I want to build this KLT factor before giving you the reward. Okay, you have to assume that people don't necessarily know who you are. So in the beginning, tell them what they're going to get, and then introduce yourself to them. And then your goal, if you've done this right, by the time they get the treasure that you are trying to actually give them, by the time they get there, they should be saying, wow, I really like this person. Like, I didn't even know who this person was, but now that I've watched this video, I really like them. So these moments here, these rewards are like extra bonuses that the person didn't even know. One of these rewards might be a story of relatability. One of these things right here might be, hey, a lot of you might be looking at me now, living in this penthouse, up overlooking all of Vegas, looking like lifestyle's all good. But let me tell you, it wasn't always that way. Did you know that just a few years ago I had a 485 credit score? Did you know that I had a negative bank account? Did you know that I was facing eviction in my apartment? Did you know that I had given up on entrepreneurship and I was ready to call it quits? But I came up with one specific tactic that I did in my business to be able to turn me around. And that one little thing literally changed my entire life around. Would you guys like to know it? Okay, so check this out. What I just did right there was Mary is like, okay, I'm hooked. And then for reward number 1, she's expecting maybe to learn this bonus over here. But for her first reward, she's like, wow, I'm gonna learn a bonus thing I didn't expect, which is how did this guy go from a negative bank account and a 485 credit score and facing eviction to turning his life around and making X amount of money, whatever. I would like to learn that too. She didn't know that she was coming for that, but now she's gonna watch. And so then what I'm gonna do is tell her that's what she's gonna learn, but then I'm gonna actually give her that reward here. And I'm gonna tell her, and then I'm gonna give her another reward here, another reward here. So, imagine, if you will, like a 10-minute video is actually 10 small videos put together as one. So imagine each of these is like their own little video, okay? It's a blockchain of videos, you know what I'm saying? Like this. Okay, let's say it's 10 videos, each about a minute apiece, strung together in one video. So any one of these videos would have been worth Mary's time. By stringing 10 of them together, wow. What a powerful type of a video that could be. Now, how do you do this? Partially, you're gonna get good at it, so it's gonna become natural over time. But there's a system to it. So let's come back to this in just a second here. So the system is basically, like I said, so there's 10 videos. Let's just kind of put down the 10 things right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's say that there's literally 10 pieces. And it could be 10, 20, 50, 5, it doesn't really matter. The numbers are arbitrary. Let's say there's 10 pieces to your video. The first one is the most important. It's got to capture them into the video. That's the most important. We're going to call that right there the teaser. This teaser is the most important thing you could possibly do because without this, no one's even going to watch your video, okay? So this is assuming you've already done all the marketing to get them to your video. Once they're there, they go in, your first like 15, 20 seconds, whatever it is, has to capture them. So video number 1 is a short, compact, little video that basically gets them excited to watch the whole thing. Now, this teaser is gonna tease them about a main treasure. What's a main treasure that they're gonna learn today? Now, this main treasure is gonna go somewhere down here. Let's go ahead and put it in number 7. Okay, this is gonna be the treasure. Okay, so teaser, treasure. This teaser is basically like what you're gonna do today. We're gonna cover all this, but most importantly is I'm gonna show you this one big thing. Maybe how I got 44,000 subscribers in a single month or whatever that might, or in a year or whatever time frame it is. That might be the main thing they're all coming for. So I'm gonna kind of tease that. Now, during this phase here, remember we talked about it, this phase here is the KLT factor, and it's also the variable reward system. So I'm gonna give them variable rewards here, as well as build so that they know who I am, and now they begin to like me and they begin to trust me. Because if I've done this effectively, then I'm gonna go into this period here, which is going to be basically bonus value, and I'm gonna basically wrap it up. So number 10 right here is gonna be probably like a wrap up with a call to action. Okay, so in the beginning, I'm gonna do a teaser. Somewhere in the middle or near the end, I'm gonna do the treasure, the thing they came for. And then I'm gonna finally wrap up the video with a call to action. So like, for example, at the end of this video, I might say, listen, you guys, thank you so much for taking time to watch this. In a recap, this is all the stuff we covered. If you would like to see more like this, all I ask you to do is subscribe to my channel to make sure you don't miss anything, and let me know in the comments. Leave a comment, even if you've never done it before. If all you've ever been is like a lurker, you know, kind of like just watching things on social media, take a moment and comment right now. Let me know what you liked best about this, and most importantly, let me know what you would like to see me train on in the next video. I read every single comment. I look forward to reading yours. So with that being said, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video. So you see, that kind of a wrap-up has a call to action, a CTA. The CTA might be something as simple as subscribe to my channel or engage with my content. Or it might be something more along the lines of, at the end of the video, I might say, as a teaser, I might say, okay, today in this video, we're gonna talk about a method that I use to generate 44,000 subscribers for free, and then how to convert that into over 6 figures of money. So with a free strategy, making and earning over 6 figures. I'm gonna break down the entire strategy. And if you watch during the video, I'm also going to give you access to, let's say, this PDF document, whatever, I pulled a piece of paper. I've actually got all my notes outlined in PDF, so during the video, I'm also going to give you an option to be able to get this, so make sure you watch everything and don't miss this, because during the video, I'm gonna give you a chance to be able to get this, download it right now, all my notes, all of everything on the entire talk. Now, what you do is you put that could be your CTA at the end. At the end, you could say, look, I promised you I'd give you all my notes and everything. So all you have to go to is, there's a link in the description of this video. Click that link and you'll be able to download the PDF. I'll email it to you and boom. Now that call to action is, I just got people to subscribe to my channel and I just got their email address and now I can email and follow up with them. Do you see what I'm saying? So these are the kind of like the core, the wrapper. This is like, if you want to think about it like a hamburger, this is the top bun, the bottom bun, and the meat. But in the hamburger, we've also got the other things that make it taste good. The lettuce, the tomato, the onions, the ketchup, or whatever things you like. If it's In-N-Out, you got that animal style, sauce they got in there. Whatever. Bacon. It could be all these things, but essentially it's the bun, the meat, and the bun. It's the sandwich effect, the bread and the meat. So that's kind of how you want to think about this, is that's your format. But then all you had was a piece of bread, a piece of turkey, and a piece of bread, that wouldn't taste good. Right? You want to basically add some things in there, some mayonnaise, some mustard, some lettuce, whatever it is. That's what this is. And if you do it effectively, each one of these little videos could live on their own. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's just say right now, as an example, this is a YouTube video. Let's say that the title, the topic, whatever, was 44,000 subscribers for free. Okay, and then that made me, and then whatever, maybe it made me a dollar amount. That made me $125,000. Okay, so there's my meat. So that is going to be this treasure. So once I get to this section, if this was 10 videos all in one, once I get to this section of the treasure, I'm going to hit them with that big item. So what I'm going to think of in advance is, what do they need to know before they get to that? And by the way, this could be anything. This could be a makeup tutorial video. You know what I'm saying? And this could be like the big thing that's like the one hack that you use when putting on your makeup that's different than what everybody else is using. It could be anything. So now that I know what the main draw is, I'm going to tease it. I'm going to say, if you keep watching, you're going to get that. And then during here, I'm going to basically think, what other tips can I give them? So this one right here might be like, let's just call this one story plus tip, okay, on that video. What I might do is, after giving the teaser, what's up? I might say, what's up, you guys? And I might give you guys a name, because here's the thing. You notice how right now there's not people here in the room with me? I mean, I got a couple people in the background, but I'm talking to you. One of the key things I want to tell you is talk directly into the lens. I'm looking directly into the lens. Like, if I'm like this, I might pull this thing out right here. I'm not looking into the preview screen Okay, I might just do that just to see what the shot looks like. I'm looking directly in the lens. Your viewers, your audience lives in the lens. You have to imagine people really there, okay? And you have to imagine them engaged with your content. People, millions of people or thousands of people watching you right there. So you're looking right into their eyes. The lens is like you're looking into their eyes, like in a conversation, you're making eye contact. So that's what I'm doing. I'm basically making eye contact into the lens with you right now, right? And that's the way they're gonna treat it, like, okay, your connection, you got a connection through the video. So what I'm gonna do is first I'm gonna say, all right, for those of you that don't know me, I'll keep this very, very quick. My name is Chris Record. Over the last 4 years, I've generated over $30 million in sales online, built up companies, one of them over 100 employees. Things have been incredible, but it wasn't always that way. Couple rare facts that you may not have known about me. One, I was born in a teepee in the middle of the woods, believe it or not, actually born in a teepee. Two, after my parents got divorced, my mom was on Section 8, welfare, food stamps. I actually grew up that way. Crazy life, right? 3, I dropped out of high school. I've still never even been back, right? Number 4, the reason I wanted to be an entrepreneur was because I knew I needed to make enough money for me and to be able to take care of my mom. One of my biggest goals in life was to be able to pay my mom's bills so she didn't have to struggle the way that she struggled. 5, the reason I got into technology was because my dad, after getting divorced, he was a computer programmer for a technology company. So I always had this blend of technology and making money, being an entrepreneur. 6, my first several companies failed. Over and over and over, I failed. I do not have a get-rich-quick story here. I failed time and time again. But listen, it's only a failure if you quit. Every single time I got up and I looked and I said, what can I learn from this experience? Now, 7, this is one of the biggest things, is I got to a point where I was ready to quit entrepreneurship. I was facing eviction, 485 credit score, negative bank account. Another business had failed. I was so sick and tired of failing. I was ready to go move back in with my parents, sleep on the couch. But then something big happened. Here's what it was. Instead of saying, I can't, I learned to say, how can I? You see, the way the subconscious mind works is if I say I can't, my subconscious mind is just going to shut down. It's not even going to look for a solution. But if I say, how can I, my mind is going to open up and it's going to start looking for ideas to solve that problem. So when I thought, I don't have money to start up a new company, instead of saying I can't because I don't have money, I said, how can I find the money? Instead of saying, I can't, I said, how can I? And that's been the biggest lesson. So listen, regardless of learning this 44,000 subscribers, if you just learn this concept of speak in a way that doesn't shut off your mind, because while you're sleeping, your subconscious mind is still working. While you're walking down the street, your subconscious mind is looking for clues and ideas to solve your problems. So if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, then my advice to you is learn to say, how can I, instead of I can't. Okay, what was that right there? That was story plus a tip. Okay, story plus a tip. See, people love tips that are ingrained in stories. They just absolutely love that. They love tips that, they love hearing a story and then seeing how the story has a better meaning. It actually has a deeper meaning. So one of the things you can do in your life is you can write down a whole bunch of stories that you've been through and then figure, what is a lesson learned from this that I can share with everybody? So now, what just happened? I'm working on this KLT factor, know you, like you, trust you, because they're getting to hear my story, so they're getting to know me and like me a little bit more. And then I gave them a variable reward tip. I gave them an unexpected tip, which was, how can I, instead of I can't. This video that I just did right there, that could be so powerful. This should be able to live on its own. So it'd be like, my name's Chris Record. This is the success I've had. It wasn't always this way. This is the journey I had to go through. And here's the big tip that changed everything around. That's a video in itself. But by taking that, condensing it down and putting it right here, what I've done is I'm increasing the watch time. I'm increasing the retention. They came for this, but they're excited that they just saw this. Now, I can't just think, okay, they're for sure going to watch the whole video now. No, I have to do this again and again and again and again. Okay? Now, it doesn't always have to be tips. It doesn't always have to be business. And I might just say, here's what it might be. Next thing I might do is I might say, all right, but enough about me talking and stuff like that. Here's what I want to do. I want to talk to you about getting 44,000 subscribers. But instead of doing it right here in my penthouse in Vegas, I got something fun. Why don't we go ahead and meet over at the Mandarin Hotel? Let's go. And here's the thing, the power of video, it's not like a live stream. I don't have to walk over to Mandarin Hotel. I don't have to sit there and go, All right, guys, we're walking to Mandarin Hotel. You know, here we go like this. Literally, you can snap your fingers and you're at Mandarin Hotel. You can change scenes. You can change outfits. You can do anything. So I like to do fun little effects. You know, you can Google them and stuff like that. So I might say, let's meet at the Mandarin Hotel. And then just put your hand over the screen, and that's it. And then press stop. And then walk over to the Mandarin Hotel, start with your hand on the screen, and then go, boom, hey guys, I'm here at the Mandarin Hotel. Check that out. And it looks like it's like a magic effect. Because it's video and it's video editing, right? So literally, what I'll do is I'll do the teaser, I'll start the video here, but then maybe what I'll do is I'll like change location, okay? So I might go like, change location, let's say, change location, okay? Plus, I might do something exciting, like I might change location plus, you know, cool shots, okay? So people want to be entertained. Okay, and that's another word I'm going to put over here, is people want a combination of two things. They want education, and they want entertainment. If you look at like the best videos out there, they really focus on this, education and entertainment. So what I do is I call this edutainment. Okay, the reason is because edutainment. The reason is because learning is boring. If you think about school, people get out of school, they don't want to go back to school. Most people stop learning as soon as they graduate, and then they just use those skills, they go get a job, and instead of learning, they watch Netflix. Why do they watch Netflix? Bingo! It's entertaining. People go watch movies, they watch Netflix, they go play games, they go do fun stuff. They don't want to sit in class all day long. So you have to be entertaining. You've got to figure out ways to be able to make education fun. Okay? And that doesn't mean you have to be some amazing comedian or something like that. You can just make it more entertaining. So what I might do here is, hey, I'm going to teach you this 44,000 thing today. It's going to be awesome. Let's go. The story tip. I built know, like, trust, and a variable reward system. And then I'm going to remind them again, hey, let's just go back to a topic. The topic is 44,000 subscribers. Instead of doing it here, let's change location. Now I'm doing another video in a different shot. And I said, plus cool shots. So what I'm doing is now I'm going to go over to the Mandarin Hotel, and I'm going to look for anything that is exciting, engaging, whatever. So what I might do is I might take my camera, right when you go up the hotel to the Mandarin, right when you walk out, there's a vending machine, but instead of being filled with candy and sodas, it's filled with champagne. It's like a Moet champagne vending machine or something like that. That's unique, right? So that kind of a champagne, when I look at something like that, ooh, that's different. That could be a video of its own. I could say, wow, you know, like a champagne vending machine. I've never seen something like this. So what I could do is I could be like, going up the elevator, be like, all right, so I'm taking you guys to this amazing views. You guys are going to see it in a second. I'll walk out the elevator and be like, oh, hold up. You guys got to, hold on. You guys have to check this out. Check this out. Boom, turn it. And then I show this champagne vending machine. You know, I don't even have to buy anything, but I show the vending machine, and all of a sudden, they came for this. They came for this, and now they're watching a video about champagne vending machines. But it's variable. It's a variable reward. And so what happens is, and it's quick, I'm not taking the whole video up with it, but it's a variable reward. So now I'm getting them excited, and they're like, wait, hold on. This is actually extremely cool. This, I didn't expect it. Maybe on your walk over, maybe there was an amazing car in valet. So that then you're like, wow, here's an old, 1960s muscle car. It's all souped up. You're going to film that. And then what's going to happen is that's being inserted in the video all about this, because it's right here. And it's like, wow. It's like, this person lives a unique life. This is different. This is a variable. I got a reward. Wow, this muscle car is amazing. I had no idea this about muscle cars. Now I'm loving it. And so you just narrate it, talk a little bit about it, do some clean shots, hold the camera real steady. Remember that it's all about the viewer, not you. So instead of just being like, oh, let me get this shot, hold really steady and pretend it's the viewer. Real steady, get your shots. Frame your shots, make sure it's zoomed, make sure it's focused, make sure it looks good, go all the way around. Get more shots than you need. When you're filming, you could always take extra shots. So now what happens is, I'm looking, and if I have an outline, if I kind of have your basic outline, I've got a teaser, a treasure, and then I'm gonna do my wrap. If I've got a basic outline, I may not have known that muscle car was gonna be there. So now that muscle car is there, what I might do is I might throw that in here, muscle car plus tip. Okay? So now I might actually, for video number 4, here's a little video. Maybe it's only 1 minute long. Be like, all right, you guys, this is totally unexpected, but this car is epic. I just want to show it to you. You turn around, you start talking about the car, and you show some shots of it, whatever. And then you kind of go back to you, and you're like standing in front of the car. Now you've got a beautiful backdrop. You're in front of a car. And be like, listen, we're going to go upstairs and we're going to talk about this, but I saw this car. I just had to say something that one of the best things you could do in life is have a dream of something that you want. Maybe it's not even a material possession. It's just a dream of something great. And you're basically just filming. And you're like, you know, when I was a kid, I had pictures of cars like this up on my walls. And one day I knew I was going to be able to get one if I worked hard. And here's the thing. You have to have dreams like that. I encourage you. Have a dream board. Have a vision board. What I want you to do as an assignment is I want you to take pictures out of magazines, print pictures off the internet, put them up on a cork board or put them on something on your wall. Make a dream board and every single day look at it and imagine yourself actually being able to live that lifestyle. Just imagine that, okay? And trust me, because when you start getting into that manifestation, eventually you're going to see something like that happen in your life. Now, what just happened? I just hit them with another variable reward. Okay, so what happened was they weren't expecting a video about dream boards or vision boards. They were expecting a video about 44,000, but now they got a tip about, instead of saying I can't, say how can I, they got a tip over here about dream building and having a vision board and a dream board. And then over here, they got cool shots of a champagne vending machine or whatever it might be. And listen, you guys might be saying, oh, well, of course, in Vegas, there's all this cool stuff. No, it's actually hard to film here in Vegas because all these casinos, they don't want you filming. So literally, I was in Arizona getting just the same shots. California, you could parachute me into any city in the United States, and there's things to make cool. And trust me, like people live where you live because they like stuff about it. There's always going to be people that'll relate to you. Okay, it doesn't always have to be about cars or champagne or something like that. Those are just examples. So now you got to ask yourself, was that little muscle car video, instead of just randomly shooting it, I'm looking at creating 10 little videos that I'm adding into one. So when I see that muscle car, I'm instantly thinking, ooh, here's a cool video that I can make about a muscle car. But I want it to be short. And so I'm just like, boom, 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 dream building. So muscle car, beautiful shots, tip, dream building. It's about a minute. And say, okay, enough about this. Remember, we're here to get 44,000 subscribers. Let's go upstairs. And then we go upstairs in the elevator. And then we film the champagne machine or whatever. And then go, okay, all right, you guys, listen. We're getting carried away. Let's go ahead and let's sit down and let's actually talk about this. Let's dive into some video marketing strategies. So now what I might do is I might do, you know, another story here, story plus video tip, okay? So this is the blockbuster tip. How do you get 44,000 subscribers for free? Build to that. Don't just teach it right away, build to that. Story plus video tip. Did you notice in the beginning of this video, we'll go back online over here. In the beginning of this video, I referenced this article by Neil Patel. Okay, why I'm spending $144,000 on video in 2018 and why you should too. What this is doing is this is using a third-party person for credibility. This person here is very successful. Remember, I showed their credibility first. Neil Patel, 1.1 million monthly blog readers. This person is the king of content marketing, and they're moving over to video marketing. The reason I did this was because I built a case. I built a case as to why video marketing. So before you get into just giving them the tip, before I give them the treasure of how to get 44,000 subscribers, I want to build the case, why video? So I'm going to do a story maybe about how for years I avoided doing video because I was scared, my teeth didn't look good, I felt like I couldn't smile, I was a little bit overweight, I was self-conscious, I felt like I didn't have anything to say, I wasn't as good as this person. I might tell this story. But then what happened was all these people were selling stuff with sales pages. I decided to make a couple creative videos, and those videos exploded my business. And I launched a couple of courses online that were video-based. I made some video sales letters, VSLs, and it exploded. And here's the difference. A normal launch at the time was doing like 10,000. My launches were doing like $100,000. So I was making 10 times what everybody else was making by leveraging the power of video. So I got out of my own way of being insecure and having a fear and doing all this to just doing it and not caring, and it exploded my business 10x. If you would like to 10x your business in your life, then I encourage you to use these same techniques. What I do, story and video tip. Now my tips are getting video based. why you should do video, why it made a difference in my business. Hey, listen, don't take it from me. How about Neil Patel? Neil Patel says this and that, one of the biggest bloggers. Now I'm making a case. So now what's happening is they're starting to know me, like me, and trust me because they're like, wow, this guy Chris is knowledgeable. He has a great life. His stories are amazing. He's entertaining. He's always doing cool stuff. I like the cars, the interesting stuff, but he's always giving me tips. I feel valuable. So now when I give enough tips, I'm going to start to get the T, the know, like, and trust. Now they're going to start to trust me because for free, I'm giving them value that can improve their life. And then they're going to say, well, if this person's giving me this value for free, then this is amazing. I got to follow this person. I got to subscribe. I got to begin to get to basically become like a raving loyal fan. Okay? So, and this happens over time. But look at this. I haven't even got to the treasure yet. I teased them what's coming. I gave them my own personal story plus a tip, how to say, how can I instead of I can't. Then it said, okay, you know what? Let's get back on track. 44,000 subscribers, let's do it across the street. Then I go see a muscle car, and then I give a little muscle car story, a tip about dream building. Then I see the champagne machine, and I just distract them and talk about how cool this is and how different this is. And suddenly they're like, wow, this is pretty cool. Then I give them a story about why video is so important and about how it made a big difference in my life. And now we're gonna queue them up for this 44,000 subscribers for free. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna give them like another, video marketing tip that's unexpected. It has to be a reward they weren't expecting. They want to learn how to make 44,000 subscribers. But I'm gonna give them maybe a video tip. Here's what I'll do, is I'll say 3 video tips, okay? 3 video tips. Remember, these should all be able to be videos of their own. So I might say something like, all right now, so check it out. In just a minute, I'm going to talk about 44,000 subscribers, but first you have to understand what it is that makes videos pop. So I'm going to teach you 3 very quick tips here in like a minute of 3 things you can do to make your videos pop, number 1. Make your videos pop more. Okay, first things first is going to be the audio. Okay, the audio is one of the most important things because people think the video is all about video. You don't realize the audio quality is important. As you can see here, I have this Rode mic on here. It's one of the best mics out there. It's got a little cover on it. Nice. The audio is so important. I like this facing towards me. I always want to make sure, right now I'm mic'd up. It doesn't have to be expensive, but focus on audio. That's tip number 1. Now, tip number 2, frame your shots. So this little pull out right here, this is in place to help you frame your shot. So what that means is you want to make sure that you're not too close and you want to make sure you're not too far, whatever. That's why I like selfie cameras, because you can't be too far. You got it right here. But what I want you to do is I want you to look and see your shot, but as soon as you know you're in the shot, stop looking at this and look in the lens. Because if you look at this, when the end video looks, it's gonna look like I'm looking away from the people. And if you're looking away, they're not gonna trust you. So if you wanna build trust, look directly into the lens right here. You're looking eye to eye with people and they'll feel and you'll come across more trustworthy. Now, the last tip I'll give you, and nobody else is doing this, is when at the end of your videos, make sure that you do subtitles. If you're using YouTube, use the automatic subtitle. If your video is short, just transcribe it. Use subtitles because believe it or not, and then I'll focus on some stat. Believe it or not, did you know that 40% of the people that watch your videos don't even have the audio turned on? Okay, they're watching in class. They're watching when they're with friends. They're watching in the middle of a discussion. And if they have titles, text titles going across the screen, then they're going to be able to follow what you're doing. So make sure you use closed captioning or video titles. Now listen, I know those aren't the 3 tips that you came for, but those 3 tips are going to make a huge difference in your video marketing career. Okay, notice how that could have been its own video. That little video for a minute could have been good. Each one of these could be good enough to be their own YouTube video. By piecing them together like this, what I'm doing is instead of having a bunch of short videos, I'm getting one long, very good video because watch time, okay? If those videos are all a minute each and people are watching for the full minute, still, it's only 1 minute of time that I'm increasing to YouTube. So those have to be so good that people are watching them and replaying, and then they're watching all my videos. They have to be so good that people binge watch on them because they've got to watch 10 of my 1 minute videos to be the same as if they watch 1 of my 10-minute videos. So I find that it's a little bit better if you have a proper outline. Just look for a way that you can put this in there. Okay, now it comes to the treasure. And for the treasure, maybe I just have like a quick little outline. Be like, all right, so this is what most of you all came for, how to get 44,000 subscribers. Now listen, before I get into it, I'll do a quick call to action. Before I get into it, listen, if I stopped the video today and we didn't even get into this, was it valuable? If it was valuable, can you do me a favor? Can you subscribe to my channel? Become a record breaker. I'll name my community. I'll speak to them like their family. Become a record breaker. Subscribe to my channel if this was valuable. Because if it is, if you subscribe, I'll keep doing more videos. I'm working here for you. Right? I'm not talking into an empty camera for myself. I'm doing this for you. So I'll do a quick call to action right there, CTA. I'll do a quick CTA right before I get into the treasure, because once they get the treasure, a lot of people are going to leave. They got the thing and they're going to decide, did I waste my time or was this valuable? So I'm taking them on this hop journey all the way to this treasure. Right before I give it to them, one last effort. Subscribe to the channel. Check out all my other videos. I'm doing amazing things. If you guys like this, I do these every single day for you. This is amazing. Then, all right, with that being said, let's dive into it. Then the treasure, my goal here is I want them to walk away with whatever I teach as that was worth it. This doesn't have to be long. This might only be 1 minute or 2 minutes. This doesn't have to be long. It's just I'm going to complete the loop. I open a loop here, and then I'm going to close the loop here. Okay? Open, close. So this is the actual treasure. So here's the model of getting 44,000 subscribers. And I might say something along the lines of, I noticed that kids were on YouTube watching these things called vlogs all the time. And they're watching these daily vlogs. But I noticed not a lot of adults were doing it. But I thought, if there was a vlog that had education about entrepreneurship, but also some entertainment, and it was sticky and followed this process, then this would be amazing. And if I told people to subscribe every single video, and I told them it was like a free community, hey, it's free to subscribe, you can join right now, and you can receive daily education and entertainment made by an entrepreneur for entrepreneurs. Become a record breaker, subscribe today. If I make these videos every day, and I encourage people to subscribe, then over time, this will go to 1, 2, 10, 20, 100, 1,000, 44,000. So every single video, these are like an army of videos that are out there on YouTube working for me, even while I sleep, growing my subscriber base. And so the big tip that helped me to be able to get subscribers was to be able to create daily videos in a vlog format where I'm always having a call to action for people to subscribe. And then what made me $125,000 was invisible selling. And invisible selling was, I might do a 7-day series on, let's say, Shopify, and then I might be an affiliate for Shopify. Or then I might do like a 7-day series on consulting, but I might be an affiliate for a consulting program. Or I might do a 7-day series on affiliate marketing, and then I might make money when they sign up to go promote those affiliate offers. So I'm able to educate on something. I might do a 7-day series on how to use ClickFunnels, but then I put my ClickFunnels affiliate in all the videos and say, sign up for ClickFunnels. So if my videos are teaching, not selling, but they're teaching, but then there's invisible selling going on. I'm teaching how to use ClickFunnels. If you don't have it yet, here's a link to go sign up. I recommend you do it right now so you can watch this video with me. If I do that, then I'm going to make money. So vlog format with purpose, following this outline, promoting affiliate offers through the YouTube videos, not selling them directly, selling them indirectly, and being entertaining, following and getting a lot of watch time. That is the key to today's video. Now, see, that might be the tip. That might be the treasure. And I might go in a little bit more detail. Maybe I'll show them some screenshots of the 125,000. Maybe I'll show them exactly what affiliate offers I got. But it doesn't have to be long. Okay, now, after I gave them this treasure, now I'm scrambling to try to get them to complete. I've got them to watch maybe 70%, and now I'm scrambling. So as soon as I'm done with the treasure, I can't just stop. I gotta go. Now listen, right here I've got all my notes on this. So if you guys are really interested in these notes, in just a minute, I'm gonna give you a place that you can go. So pay attention, because I'm gonna give you a place that you can go to be able to download these notes and have this whole entire thing to make it worth your time. But instead of doing that here at the Mandarin Hotel, let's go ahead and let's cruise back to my house, back to the penthouse, and let's make it happen. So now, I might change location again. Change location. Okay? And it doesn't have to be back at the penthouse. Think of things you're already going to be doing. Like, let's say I already have to go to the bank. Then I might change location and just go film something out in front of the bank. Or let's say I have to go get a haircut. I'll change location and go, maybe even while I'm getting my haircut, I might ask the person, hey, do you mind if I talk to my camera while I'm getting a haircut? I think it'd be funny, right? And so I'll be like, all right, you guys, I'm here at the barber, blah, 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 getting my haircut. And as soon as his haircut's, as soon as I wrap up this, we're gonna go to my house and I'm gonna tell you where to get that PDF. But let me give you another little tip. So let's do haircut and a tip. So let me give you a little tip. What I'm doing right now is called stacking. So look, I'm at the barber or whatever. Maybe I have this just sitting down on the table in front of me and I can see that on the frame. What I'm doing right now is called stacking activities, okay? Kind of like multitasking, but it's better. I'm getting a haircut. While most people get a haircut, they just sit there and get their haircut. But while I'm getting a haircut, I'm also making a video. I'm doing two things at the same time, okay? So when you learn that you only have 24 hours in a day, it's important to do multiple things at the same time. But you gotta have a primary task you're doing and then a secondary task. See, I'm not cutting my own hair. So that's a secondary task. Somebody else is cutting my hair, so what I could do is I could focus on a primary task, which is talking to you. So right now, my main thing that I'm doing is making a video. The second thing I'm doing is getting a haircut while making my video. That's called stacking. And if you can learn to do more of this in your life, it's gonna be so much more effective. So for example, let's say that you call an Uber. Instead of just sitting in the back of the Uber car, use that opportunity to write an outline for tomorrow's video. So now you're driving somewhere and writing an outline, or you're reading a book while drinking coffee, while getting a tan outside or whatever. So you're basically changing location. Now I'm at the barber, which has nothing to do, but now there's bonus tip, bonus value. Now there's bonus tip, okay? That could be a video on its own. That video could just be like, yo, I'm at the barber shop and I want to teach you about habit stacking. That could be a video on its own, but really it's just a bonus tip for having watched this far. Then another thing over here, I'm going to change location again, change and another tip. Okay, so now I'm back at the penthouse and there's another tip. And maybe this tip is like, hey, a lot of you might be able to see the orange couch in the background. A lot of you might be asking like, why orange? Well, let me just tell you that it's all about branding. You know what I'm saying? When people walk in my house, the first thing they see is this bright orange couch. So what are they gonna remember? They're gonna remember orange. They're gonna see my hat. They're gonna remember orange. When they start seeing orange everywhere, they're gonna remember orange, 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 orange. That's called branding. Find something that you can do that's memorable and familiar to your audience. So everywhere you go in your day-to-day life, branding, you're gonna get known. If your goal is to get people to know you, like you, and trust you, you've gotta become familiar to them. The way to become familiar is to do something that stands out, okay? So that's gotta be the thing they recognize, right? What are you known for? What's something about you? For me, I chose the color orange, and I always wear an orange hat, and orange couch was a move. So for a quick little tip, I know you weren't expecting it, but orange is the new black, you guys. Okay, so I'm saying like orange works, make sure focus on it. And that's the value. So see what happened right there? I got the barber tip and I got the penthouse couch tip. And suddenly, this is bonus value. They came for this. They got all this first. There was a call to action. They came to this. And then then I'm going to wrap up and say, okay, that's it for today's video, you guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed going with me. Thanks for going to get a haircut with me. The champagne machine, we toured all around. We saw muscle cars. We went all around. We talked about branding. We talked about mindset. We talked about making videos go viral. We covered so much. Why? Because I'm all about value here on this channel. All you've got to do is subscribe and become a record breaker. And remember how I told you, if you watch to the end, you're going to get the document of all of my notes of this video. If you guys are interested in this, I'm going to put a link in the description. All you got to do is click it, tell me where to email this document, and I'll email it to you. And I'll follow up every time that I'm doing more value. I'll even email you more value straight to your inbox. The best part is it's free. Okay, so with that being said, if there's a topic that you would like me to teach or train on or share with in my life, let me know in the comments. I read every single comment, and I'm so grateful that you took the time to watch this complete video. It makes me feel so good. And also, if you watched all this far, let me know in the comments that you watched the whole way. There might even be something special in it for you, right? So with that being said, it's time for me to log off, and that is my video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, and then what happens is, at the end of this, there's 20 seconds on YouTube. There's 20 seconds, which is called an end screen, okay? And what you can do for those last 20 seconds is YouTube allows you to throw video links up on. So if they're watching, they can actually click. These are like little end screens. You can put videos, go watch this one next, or go subscribe. Clickable links in your video. They're for the final 20 seconds. So when I'm editing this, then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to save that last 20 seconds and maybe just do like a time lapse. I'll just take my phone, my iPhone, whatever, do a time lapse of the city or do a time lapse of people walking in the street, and I'll end the video with maybe some music and a time lapse, just end it, and then I'll put like the clickable videos up on there. It's pretty simple. You can learn how to use YouTube end screens, and that way they've watched all this, and now they can click and watch another video and repeat the process. So let's cover some of this in summary. What I'm saying is the key important thing that you want to do here is watch time. You want to have you want people to come and watch your videos for a longer period of time. In order to do that, you've got to come up with like some type of an outline that gets people to know you, like you, and trust you. And you want to cover You want to do like a teaser in the beginning to capture them and hook them, and you're going to tell them there's a treasure coming, but you're going to make like little mini videos. This whole video here, the teaser is not really a video, but this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's like 8 videos with an intro and an outro. Each one of those 8 videos could have been good enough to be like a 1 or 2 minute clip on its own. And by stringing together 8 videos like that, you've got a super video. You've got a mega video where literally all of it is great. Now, also, this treasure doesn't just have to be like a tip, or it doesn't have to be a thing like this. Maybe when you start filming your life and you start doing things, maybe something happens that you go to a car show, let's say, and you see like a bunch of cool, amazing cars, and maybe somebody revs up the engine and da-da-da-da. You film like that little part or whatever. You take like a little 15-second highlight of that, and you make that the teaser. In today's video, I'm going to take you guys to a car show, and I'm going to show you the top 10 cars of 2018. Let's go. And then the treasure is the car show, but you show like your day getting to the car show. What's up, you guys? Waking up in the morning. What's up, you guys? Just got up. Oh my God, I'm excited. Today we get to go to the car show. If you guys don't know me, my name is Chris Record. This is my YouTube channel where we do education and entertainment. Today's fun. We got the car show. My goal is to show you the top 10 cars, stuff like that. And then I got a couple fun things I got planned for the day. You guys, watch every single second. That's gonna be fun. Let's go. And you're just like taking them on this journey to get to the treasure. So the treasure could really be whatever's like, the main way to do a treasure is like this. It's basically, there's 4 T's, right? What you need is you need a thumbnail, you need a title, you need a teaser, and you need a treasure. Okay? These are the 4 things you need. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thumbnail, title, teaser, treasure. Okay? The thumbnail is the most important because people are going to judge a book by its cover. So they're going to look at the thumbnail. They don't know what's inside the package, what's inside the video. So they're going to judge a book by its cover. If you're at the bookstore, all they're going to see is this. This has to be so compelling that they want to open it up and read it. But if this cover is not good enough, they're not even going to pick up the book to see what's inside. So first is the cover. The second is the title. 5-day weekend, freedom to make your life and work rich with purpose. So this title now has to be compelling. The thumbnail has to grab me, the red, the black, the white, the unique angle. This has to be compelling to me. The title has to be like, okay, I'm interested in this. Then I'm going to open it up. And right when I open it up, right when I get in, this teaser has to suck me in and say, what you're going to learn in this book is this, 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 and this. This is how I scaled a multi-million-dollar company or whatever it might be. And these are the 5 biggest mistakes I made. This book is going to be your number 1 go-to book to be able to help with this thing, whatever. You're like, okay, I'm in it. Now, the treasure is like somewhere here in the middle of the book, okay? Somewhere there in the middle is the treasure. All this stuff is the author building, I get to know the author, like the author, and trust the author, and I'm getting all these tips along the way that I wasn't expecting. The main tip I wanted was the main thing, right? So the same way a book works, this works with articles, this works with everything. I'm just saying use it with videos, okay? So you get that treasure. After you get that treasure, this is your bonus time now. Now you've earned a little bit of bonus time. Use this wisely, hook them in. Try to be as entertaining as possible. Okay, now you've got these 10 little videos. So now what you've got to do is you've got to have some transitions and excitement. What I like to do is I like to clip this down. What I'll do is I'll open up a video editing software or have a video editor do it. I'll open up a video editing software and I'll drag all these little 10 videos in a row. Okay, I'll just drag them all in a row. In fact, I'll use one more screen like this. Okay, it'll look something like this, right? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this right here is my timeline. Okay, if you don't know how to edit, just have a video editor edit. But if you're just doing basic editing, all you're really doing is you've filmed your 10 videos, you're dropping your 10 videos in the timeline. Okay, this, when you actually drop it all in, this might be like 60 minutes. You might have like 60 minutes of footage. But your goal is to get it down to, let's say, 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so the first thing you really need to do is you need to start cutting. So You've got all your 10 like little videos in the order that you want them to be in. And now what you've got to do is you got to go, okay, you're going to trim a little bit off the front of this, a little bit off the back, a little bit off the front, a little bit off the back. And you're going to do this to all of them. You're going to just trim a little bit off the front, a little bit off the back, like anything unwanted. And that's going to get it maybe down to like 45 minutes. And now you got to get it even further. You got to get it more. So now once you trim the beginning and the back, now what you're going to do is you're going to introduce something called cuts. So cuts are where you take a video like this one here, and let's say, I don't know how long this video is. We've been going for quite a while though, so I'm not exactly sure how long it is. I can't even see an hour. It's at least an hour at minimum. So this has been going on for an hour. So if I wanted to edit this into a 10 to 15 minute video, what I would do is I would go put in like little markers of where like a cool thing started and where it stopped, okay? And there's a few things I do. Here's an hour video. I might make this into 5 videos, okay? That might be one thing. Here, where there are 5 different things I talked about. Or I might just cut out some of the little filler stuff. Or I might just say, hey, some stuff gets the boot. I got to get this video down to 15 minutes. Some stuff gets the boot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically go in here and chop out little pieces. I'm going to go like to this little section here, chop out that little section, chop out that little section, chop out that little section, and just chop it out, chop it out, chop it out. And what you have is you end up with this like shorter videos. You end up with these little shorter videos up here. They're nowhere near as long as the main ones, okay? And you basically, so you get your timeline, and you end up with like, now you're down to like 10 minutes of these little short videos. And you might even have to cut scenes out entirely. Okay, so if I've been going, let's say, for an hour and 20 minutes so far, I might have to cut out this whole last part that I'm talking about right now, this whole editing piece. I might just cut this whole thing out, and I might have ended on the last one. So you got to learn there's certain things you might get attached to them, cut them out. You can always use them later, but you want to dial this thing down and get it nice. So in the day, you're going to film stuff. And then when you look at it, you might be like, oh, just cut it down. And there's lots of ways to do that. So now I've got like my 10 little things. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I've got my intro right here, my treasure, and my wrap, and I've got the little videos. Now what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to do like a little transition. Okay, these little arrows are representative of transitions. You don't need them, but they're pretty cool. So an example would be, let's say that I went and got a coffee at Starbucks. While I'm at Starbucks, I'm going to grab my iPhone or my vlog camera, and I'm going to hit the time-lapse mode. Vlog camera, all you got to do is just look up, on any camera you have, look up time-lapse, or just use your camera. An iPhone takes amazing time-lapses. While I'm getting my coffee, while I'm sitting there drinking my coffee, I might be mapping out what I want to do next. I'm going to do a time-lapse of all the people walking in and out of Starbucks, right? So then what happens when I say, all right, you guys, we're going to change locations, we're going to go from here to Mandarin, I go to the car or whatever, in between the car and going upstairs to the hotel, I'll just throw in a little time lapse. Now, how long is that time lapse? Like 3 seconds, okay? And what, did it take me any extra time to do it? No, it didn't, because I was already gonna sit there and drink the coffee. How hard was it for me to just press record? Now, you're gonna have to create like habits to be able to do that, but once you actually understand, once you get used to it, you'll naturally do this throughout your day. You'll be like, oh wow, on all my downline, I can create a time lapse. When you go to bed at night, how hard is it to have a camera record a time lapse out your window? Or how hard is it to, while you're playing with your kids, let's say I want to go play with my kids for an hour. What I'll do is I'll set a camera up, take a time lapse of playing with my kids for an hour, and what's going to do is it's going to take that 1 hour and it's going to shrink it down to like 10 seconds, and then I can just reference it. I could be like, oh my God, you guys, actually earlier today I had a chance to play with my kids. One of the greatest joys I have in life is my kids. In fact, roll a quick little 5-second clip of me and my kids. And then boom, it just shows us playing all over the room. And suddenly people are like, wow, this is a family guy, I really like him. I spent the whole hour with my kids. My time was with my kids, but I stacked an activity and I set a camera up and shot a time lapse. And at the end, I had that little transitional piece right there. Okay? So you're gonna look for transitional pieces. Time lapses work really well. Another thing that works well is narrations. After this whole video is done, you could choose to narrate it after the fact. You could say, okay, what's up you guys, Chris Record here. Today I shot a complete video for you guys, a vlog, it's gonna be awesome. Let's take you back to the beginning of the day when I first got up, blah, 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 roll the clip. And then you could just cut back to that clip. And then after that, you come back and you'd be like, next, what I did was after waking up, I went off to the car show. It was awesome. On the way there, you're not going to believe what I saw on the side of the road. Check this out. And what's cool about narrating afterwards is you already know what happened. So I got my little list. Here's the little 10 video clips. I get to introduce each one and then roll it. So if you watch like my vlogs, you'll notice I experimented with that narration. It's a great way to fill the gap, especially if your videos are not long enough. If you're shooting through the day and you only have 5-6 minutes of footage at the end, narrations can help fill that in. And also narrations help guide people along a story. And they're fun. And you can also narrate. You could be like, oh, you know what else, you guys? Here's a quick little bonus value for you. Yesterday, I thought I lost some footage, but it turns out I found some footage. Yesterday, I taught you how to be able to get 44,000 subscribers like I did with these videos, but there was a piece that I thought I lost, and I found it. So you guys, it's only gonna be about 1.5 minutes. You guys watch every single little bit. Here's the bonus tip that I didn't share yesterday. Roll the clip. And it might be something you cut out. You see, by narrating, you're able to reference things from the past. You're able to reference things that just happened that day. And all you do is you film your whole day, and then at the end, you narrate the scenes that happened. That's a kind of a creative way, especially if you don't have time to plan or outline something. So essentially, what you end up with is these 10 little mini videos. You string them together. You have an intro, a treasure, and a wrap-up. And then these are like little story-based, tip-based videos in between. When it's all said and done, you have calls to action to subscribe, your counts go up. And then, you know what I talked about, the title and the thumbnail are so important. Then what you do is you focus on creating a good thumbnail, something that will get them to want to click, and then a title, something that will get them to want to click on the title. And let's go through some of that right now so that you can see now that you've made your video, you want to get people to watch it. So let's see, I'm on my YouTube, one of my YouTube channels here, Chris Record Vlogs. So here's a title, $850,000 in 5 days, $88,000 in 30 days on Instagram, $0 to $5,000 Shopify store. Since I'm teaching business, I'll throw out numbers like that, and those work really well, 18,000, 18,000, 19,000. Cryptocurrency home mining system for less than $2,000. So I put some words in the thumbnail. Here's a picture right here of me with dollar signs flying, and it says 3 ways to quickly make $1,000 online. That got 27,000, just organic views. $0 to $5,000 Shopify store day 2. Zero to Shopify right here. How about this one? My 8K per day affiliate marketing formula. I took a picture of me and I cropped it, and I took a picture of a screenshot of the money and I zoomed in on it. Mark Hoverson's cancer story. I showed a before and after picture of him. 0 to 5,000 day 1, 1 million from this t-shirt design. See, there's a picture of me just holding up a t-shirt like that, 1 million from this t-shirt design. So what happens is it draws people in. You can see 84,000 views on that organically. It draws people in. So you want to have a thumbnail that's clean. Now, how did I get a thumbnail like this? I use tools like Canva, okay? I use a site like canva.com. You can go right into Canva, and one of the links at the top just says YouTube thumbnail. And then you can just come in here and you can create these YouTube thumbnails. You just click on something on the left, like spring break right there. And then you just go how my friend, and I'm gonna say my friend because maybe you guys are like, well, I'm not making that much money. So I might say how my friend Laura made $35,000 last month in e-com, okay? There you go. So now there's how my friend Laura made $35,000 last month in e-com. By using Canva, you could just stretch these out if you want, and you could basically make this bigger. It's just really easy. You don't need to have any really graphic skills. You just can drag and drop everything around, and it's really easy. So you just make a thumbnail that stands out, and then there's little things you can learn. You just play around with all those, and you just kind of get it the way that you want. How my friend Laura made $35,000 last month in e-com. And then maybe what I do is my day-to-day vlog ends up meeting with somebody named Laura, and I interview her. And that's it. I just do my life and I interview her. So the video is all about her, and that's the hook, that's the treasure. But I want people to get to know who I am and follow me and subscribe to me. So if they believe that by subscribing to me, they're gonna keep seeing videos like that of Laura and stuff like that, then that's gonna be valuable to them. So I'll just go here, choose the YouTube thumbnails, make one. There's tons of little templates that you can use. You can swap them all out. Let's see, you can just add pictures in the background if you want. Let's see if I can grab one. maybe I'll grab a picture of like me speaking instead, and there's like a picture right there of me speaking, you know, like stuff like that. Like you could basically just change it all around, boom. And you can use pictures of you in the background if you want. You know, they make it like really easy to be able to do kind of cool stuff, okay? So you can go and you can do like anything that you want, use your own pictures. I could grab a picture of my kids if I wanted to, use them, you know? So like you could just do like tons of fun stuff, you know? So have fun with it, you know? Like make it the way that you want to make it, and boom, now I got my kids in it. So you can just drag and drop pictures. So I like Canva. You want to get good thumbnails, and that's where basically I've designed like all these thumbnails. You just want to use stuff like Canva. Also, you want to come up with big titles. The $1 million print-on-demand case study, right? So you want to use big titles. That's how they're going to get so many views. Now, another quick tip that I'll give you while I'm here as a bonus. Oh, by the way, let's just watch this one real quick. I don't know how well you're going to hear the volume because it's not mic'd up like me. But watch, like even in this example right here.
All right, listen, in today's video, I'm going to show you how I generated over $1 million.
Okay, so it says, all right, listen, in today's video, I'm going to show you how I generated over $1 million
as a direct result of creating this t-shirt.
As a direct result of creating this t-shirt. Let's go. Okay, so look what I just did there. I'm leading, I'm practicing what I preach. So what I did, that was only 8 seconds. In the first 8 seconds, I said, in today's video, I'm going to show you how I generated $1 million as a result of having created this t-shirt. Let's go. So now that hooks you in and you want to watch it. Then I did my show intro. So this is a transition. A transition is like Chris Recker's vlogs, day number 78. Keep it pretty simple. Like I do, like this is probably even too long, but like 5 seconds long.
What's up, record breakers?
And then what's up, record breakers? So now I'm going, so right here, this was the teaser. This transition was like the house piece. And then what's up, record breakers? I'm treating my community, but I'm not really going to dive into it until later. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain what is print on demand? What is this concept? How did I get started? What did I do? Blah, 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 blah. Before I finally get to the t-shirt design and start explaining it. So, and then this video here is long. This is 16 minutes, but it's just me talking to the camera in front of my house. And yet that does, 70 or 80,000 views or whatever it does. So you can, and then if you're just doing the same thing, every time you do big cuts, do like little transitions or throw things on the screen, or if I'm referencing something, let's say like, hey, growing up, I was always a baseball and a football fan or whatever. If I have a footage of me as a kid playing football, I'm going to run that clip really quick. I'm going to be like, boom, run that clip. Okay? So that's the kind of stuff that you want to do. You want to look for those types of opportunities to be able to reference past footage, break this up, and go with that. So that's just an example how important it is, the thumbnail, the title, the teaser, the treasure. Okay, so again, look what we covered, and I want to make sure you guys walk home with this. We covered the variable reward system. We covered the know you, like you, and trust you factor. We covered how watch time is the most important thing leading up, right? We covered vlogs, and why those are effective because it allows you to tell your story and stuff like that. We talked about creating, like 10 mini vids in one video. We talked about how to be able to do that. We talked about working with a timeline. We talked about working with an outline. And literally, we just showed you with real experience how to be able to chop this down, how to be able to go, how to be able to promote it. We covered so much for you in today's live stream. The best part was it was absolutely free. So what I want to do is I want to dedicate the remainder of the time just to questions and answers. So if anybody has questions and answers right now, I want to jump on and basically go into the live, and let's go in and do, let's see. Say it again. Okay, Peter says that he's actually got some really quick, so let's just go ahead and use Peter's, and so I don't have to play it on volume. Peter's going to ask me some questions, and while this is going, and I'll basically just kind of follow up with it and watch in the background. So if anybody has a question and you're watching live right now, ask it real quick. So Peter, fire questions out. I'll repeat them.
Tony says, how many videos per week should I be putting out?
Okay, so first question, Tony says, how many videos per week should I be putting out? If it's YouTube, I recommend releasing a video a day. So the video does not have to be this complex, but but YouTube is all about consistency. If you release one video per day, Even if you're on Sunday, maybe you're batch creating the whole week or whatever. But if you release one video per day, like that video I just showed you of the t-shirt, that just took me 10 minutes sitting in front of a camera. So on a Sunday, you might record like a whole series of like 10 videos in one day. In fact, let me show you when I have done that. My Shopify series. So let's go Chris Record, Shopify. Okay, so like this series here, taking a store from $0 to $5,000. I did like all these in one day, 0 to 100K. I did all these in one day. So like, look, video, let me zoom in a little bit more. Video 1 of 7. So in one day, I recorded 7 days of videos because I was ready to do a lot of traveling and I needed to get ahead. So,
How to make money from home online.
okay, so there's the video.
Connection, you guys. I remember last.
Okay, so what I did here was I sat in this room, I put the camera up on a tripod, and then I wore a shirt, right? That was a blue shirt. And video 1 is just me talking in front of the camera for that amount of time, like 20 minutes or whatever. And then, but at the end, let's go, hold on, let me go back to, let's go to these related videos really quick. That's video number 1. And let's go back to, let's just do video number 2 actually in this series. So video number 1, Shopify training for beginners. Let's go to the end. And there's the Shopify series, all of them. Okay, sorry, this one's all, let me go back to another series real quick. I want to show you a better one. Okay, video 1 of 7. Let's go back. I'm in a playlist right here. Notice I'm wearing a blue shirt, but I'm in front of the screen. I'm in front of that room. Now watch this. Video number 2. Look, I just changed my shirt. Video number 3. Same thing, I changed my shirt. Video number 4. Same thing, I changed my shirt. Video number 5. Change my shirt. Video number 6, change the shirt. Video number 7, change the shirt. So you see that? Like what I did, that's called batching content. So if you're worried about releasing every single day, all I did was I did 7 videos sitting there while I was on a tripod. You don't even have to change the outfit. I just chose to because I thought it was fun. And I just talked really about this stuff. I just talked about it and maybe ran some clips and stuff like that. So 7 days, I batched the content all in one day and put it out there. So if you have fear of releasing content every single day, then just take 1 day a week, create your 7 videos, and then release them every single day, because YouTube is going to reward you for daily consistent content. YouTube is geared around, look, YouTube doesn't want your visitors to come to YouTube once a week or once a month. They want your people to come to YouTube all day, every day, all the time. So releasing maybe every single day at noon, you release a new episode. And if you have, like I said, if you have fear, have a few days lag ahead of time, or batch create all your content in a single week. That would be my advice, Tony. I think daily is the way to go. And just look, at the end of the day, if you're overwhelmed by it, just try. Just give it a shot. You might actually find that it's easier than you think. Peter, what other questions do we have?
Yeah, how about, do you use vidIQ or similar plugins for ranking videos, Mario?
Do I use vidIQ or similar plugins for ranking videos? Actually, yeah, look, right here, vidIQ. I use vidIQ. It's like a plugin tool. And it'll kind of like tell you all this kind of stuff you can do. You know, like I got a score here of 81. It'll show you how to like get your score up. It'll show you like all kinds of stuff. It'll show you like my title's too long. I didn't have my closed captions turned on. You know, I should have pinned a comment and harder to comment. You know, certain stuff like that. So like, yeah, like vidIQ gives you a lot of definition. Like let me bring up one of my more popular videos and show you like how it looks with vidIQ, like Hodl Gang. This video here, you'll be able to see vidIQ popping up on the right there. So vidIQ pops all this stats up on the right. So I have a vidIQ score of 97.6, 43 views per hour, which is consistent since this video has been up for months and months. 560,000 views, all organic, no ads. And it kind of shows you 2,372 people have subscribed because of this video. It shows the top devices, 53% were on mobile. The average view time, 65.7%. So you want to get high view time, you know, all this kind of stuff. So it shows you where people are coming from around the world, 40% United States, that's the majority. So, you know, it gives you a lot of good things. So I definitely recommend vidIQ, vidIQ. And they have a paid version, but just go for it. It's pretty cool. What else, Peter?
I think that's a good question as it relates to Sim's asking about, are all the views and traffic all organic, or is some of it coming from promoting the videos and marketing the videos?
Yeah, so When I say organic, okay, so the question is, where are the views coming from? Is it all organic or is it coming from marketing? When I say organic, I just mean that I'm not paying for views. I'm not spending any money on any ads paying for views. I wanted to do it completely organic for free. But that doesn't mean I don't promote them. When I make a YouTube video, you know, I'm gonna go post it on Facebook. I'm gonna tell people to watch it. If you have an email list, email your list. If there's like a blogger, like, that might be willing to write an article about it, do that. You know, if there's Facebook groups that are related, like when I did like the Miracle Morning rap song, Hal Elrod posted it in the Miracle Morning Facebook group, and that's how it got like its first 10,000 views. So you can find ways to creatively have your content shared for free. You don't need to rely on ads. But when I say organic, I just mean non-paid advertising. That doesn't mean, like when I did this cryptocurrency song, we reached out to like cryptocurrency influencers and said, hey, we just made this rap. We'd love to see you share it and stuff like that. So you want to give your videos a spike of marketing, but you don't have to pay for it. It can be done organically. What else you got, Peter?
Debbie's asking, like, Chris, could you use this system to help?
Okay, hold on. Peter, why don't you come up here? You guys know Peter Sorensen. He wasn't expecting it, but I'm going to throw Peter up. Peter's never expecting it. Peter's grabbing a mic right here. And come on up. I'm just talking to this camera right here.
Okay.
Is that a good in frame?
Where do you want me? Okay, over here, maybe?
Okay.
Cool. So Debbie was asking essentially, could you use this system, this training to be able to lead people into a membership site? So I think she's asking like, hey, could you use this strategy as a way to get people into your, let's say, a paid membership course or something like that? And then following up would be like, how would you or could you schedule this content to release over time? Kind of what you're talking about.
So absolutely, I would definitely use this to get people into membership sites. Here's a great idea. So what I just did was I just taught like a really good video about, let's say, this is a video about how to make videos and how to make money from them. Well, if I have a membership site, maybe what I do is I took like a weekend or whatever and I created like 30 videos that were all tips. And at the end I could say, as a call to action, I could say, this right here is just one of like 30 videos that I have in my members area. If you guys really want to take your video marketing to the next level, if you like this, I have a course on it. If you guys want to do it, I'll put a link in the description. Go become a member, log in, look at what some of these people are saying about my course. Again, I'm just teaching some of this. If you like this part was free. If you guys want a deeper dive on all this, I'll show, and the course is like where you have deeper stuff. Like, when you buy the course, I'll show you exactly what software I use to do editing. I actually edit a video right in front of you from start to finish. I actually throw in transitions, and I'll show you as an amateur how I can edit a video in 30 minutes. So it doesn't take a lot of time. All of that and more is inside of my course. There's a link in the description to be able to get it. So if you have a course or a membership site, make a bunch of free videos that are like leak out things to get like little mini free value that get them to want to get your entire course. That's what I would do. Or let's say that use the videos as bridge marketing. So let's say that I have a course. My whole course is about Facebook advertising, how to advertise on Facebook. Well, my video might be how real estate agents can get more buyer leads and more seller leads. I'll say, hey, real estate agents, do you know that there's a technique you can get tons of buyer leads and seller leads right in your local area that barely anybody's using? In today's video, I'm gonna walk you through the entire process. And then I show them how to use Facebook ads to find buyers and seller leads. And I say, hey, if you guys like this, I've got a course that'll teach you everything you need to know to start advertising on Facebook. So if you're a real estate agent, you wanna start advertising on Facebook, there's a link in the description of my course, go get it. So the course is general, and all the videos become little bridge doorways into your membership area. That would be the way that I would do it.
Yeah. Got another good question as it relates to, hey, Chris, is this something that I would just post these videos, these vlog type videos to only YouTube or YouTube and Facebook? What are some ideas as to using, one or both platforms?
Yeah. So I highly recommend repurposing. So what's cool with this video model of doing like 10 little mini videos is you could take any one of these that are like a minute long and post it to Instagram. Instagram will let you post like 1 minute videos. Post it to Instagram, but make it like a video meme. Like let's go to Instagram and I'll show you really quick. Like make it like, that's not Instagram, hold on, Instagram. Okay, post it to Instagram and let's like look at somebody who maybe does like those types of video memes. Let's do like Gary Vaynerchuk or something like that. Okay, so an example is like with Gary V right here. This one right here on the left, it's a video of him, and on the top it says, what should people do And then Gary basically says, stop effing complaining. That's true Gary V for you right there.
Right.
But you'll notice, like, here's another one. The only thing you need to win. So like what he's doing is he's taking his regular video clip, it's like a minute long, and he's putting subtitles on the bottom, because remember, people watching on mute, and a title on the top. So maybe you take like this video here, and maybe this video was about how can I instead of I can't. And maybe that's what your headline is. Instead of saying I can't, say how can I. And you play this like 1 minute clip, or you chop it down to 1 minute, and you make it a little video meme. And then you say, and on the video meme, at the end it says, hey, to watch the full video, there's a link in my description, link in my bio for the full video, or whatever it is. So you want to repurpose your content. What's cool with this is you can repurpose these to Facebook, stuff like that. At the end of your week, let's say that you did 7 days. At the end of your week, put all 7 days of your vlogs together and then live stream them on Facebook. You can use a service like we use called Mimo Live. There's lots of live streaming services. Mimo Live, there's a playlist feature. You just drop all 7 of your weekly vlogs in a Mimo Live. Maybe you chop out like the subscribe to YouTube. You just make like a little cut on them. You drop them in, and you can play your whole entire, your whole entire week.
We did that. I remember after the first 7 or 10 days of the vlog, we did that. Like we had like 10 or so episodes, and we're like, you know what? Let's literally just upload these into Facebook, into Mimo Live, and we did like a 2-hour vlog marathon, essentially.
Absolutely. Like it's not that difficult. Like what you're looking to do is you're creating the content. Now you can repurpose it everywhere. You can have a blog, and on your blog, every time you release an episode, you can write a whole entire article about it and choose different titles and keywords so you can rank for something.
Let's talk about that, because a couple of questions were, Chris, essentially, what do you think about using videos on your websites? Essentially like a vlog or a blog, using videos. How do you rank those videos both in Google and in YouTube? So I think that's a good tip to talk about.
Exactly. So on YouTube, you're looking more for like clickbait, if you will. You're looking to bait somebody with a title and a thumbnail, right? Because they're already on YouTube. They're already looking to watch videos. You want a thumbnail that's like, whoa, and then a title, right? So that's where that's on YouTube. But on the blog world, that's not how it works. When people go to Google and they're searching, they're more specific. So YouTube titles are more like hypey, like how I got 44,000 subscribers. But nobody's going to Google and searching how to get 44,000 subscribers. Right. So you're not going to get ranked. So instead, you're going to want to write a blog post, embed your video, but instead of saying how to get 44,000 subscribers, you might say, here are my top 10 tips for starting your own vlog, right? And then in that article, you just got, hey, recently I did this video marketing tutorial. Everybody loved it, so I decided to elaborate. Here's 10 tips on starting a vlog. And there's your 10 tips, but the video's embedded right on the top. And now that's more likely what people are gonna search for, tips on starting a blog, or starting a vlog as a beginner, or the beginner's guide to vlogging. And so you're basically taking this, summarizing it a little bit or whatnot. So you're repurposing. You make the video, you're repurposing on social media to promote to it, you're embedding it on vlogs and promoting it, and you're maybe taking like compilations and putting them on Facebook. There's lots of ways. You always want to repurpose your content.
Yeah, so I think that's a good tips and strategy on repurposing, how to be able to use, let's say, your own website, your own blog, putting these videos on your own blog website. Why don't we talk maybe, Chris, a minute or so, and just like, hey, if someone's serious about, for those of you that are serious about vlogging or serious about creating video content, and you're maybe not going to go out there and drop, 20 grand or whatever, but at the same time, you're going to invest a little bit of money to get some basic equipment. What's something, maybe we can talk about like an essential vlog setup. If people are going to drop a little bit of money that are going to take it seriously, a good camera, a good mic to have set up with daily videos. And I think we should just talk about this setup right here, because this is essentially how it got started.
Yeah, okay, so first of all, before getting into a camera like this, if you're asking a question about what camera equipment to go with, what I would do is I would start with your iPhone. Yeah. Okay, start with your smartphone and film videos that way, because mostly what you're looking to do is you're just looking to create a habit. Just selfie style, create videos from your phone, get in that habit. If you're not even in that habit, I would start with Instagram stories, which is basically like right here. You can go watch people's Instagram stories. I would start by every day, set a goal to post at least 10 stories. Here's Gary V, hey, my new t-shirt, whatever. Here's like a little clip that he put in, promoting an interview that he has. His team is probably putting those in. Here he is just walking. It doesn't even have to be great. There's another little clip that he's repurposing his content, screenshots. Okay, there he goes. So that was like 10, right? What I would do is I would suggest starting with social media stories, Instagram and Snapchat. Set a goal to post stories every single day without fail of your life. Now, it could start with the camera out. Like, let me see your phone real quick, just as an example. It can start like with the camera out. Like, instead of being selfie, film stuff around you. They're like, what's up, guys? How do you like the new setup on my house? And you're filming your house. It's not you on camera. You don't need to worry about if you're in pajamas.
Right.
Do your teeth look perfect? Film other stuff. But then eventually you get to the point where you flip it. Now you're selfie style. Be like, what's up, guys? I'm here with Peter Sorensen. We're doing a video right now. If you guys want to learn more about this, shoot me a DM and I'll get you a link. And you start talking to people. And if you could do this like 10 times a day, 10 posts to your story per day, videos, screenshots, selfie style, whatever, and create a habit where you're doing this every single day for like 30 days, you'll get in the habit of becoming a video creator. Now, what happens is all the editing's done. There's no editing. Instagram puts all the stories together in a nice little thing. But now that the habit's created, now you can get into, okay, let me try filming some time lapses. Let me put it on a camera and let me try. Even if you never release the footage, now you're getting in the habit of like do one of these days, do the whole entire thing and never even make it public. Call it the lost episode. Like here's my challenge for you. Your first vlog, you could film the whole thing serious following this, but it could be your practice episode. Your practice episode, it could be on your iPhone. And then later on, like a year from now, you're gonna be able to go back and say, you know what, you guys, a year ago, I filmed my first vlog on my iPhone and I was too embarrassed to ever release it. But now you've got now you don't care anymore, you're out of your comfort zone. You're like, I'm gonna do something fun for you guys. Today, I'm gonna show you the lost episode, my first vlog ever from my iPhone, roll it. And people will be like, oh my God, this is so crazy watching you back then. They're gonna be like, wow, you've gotten so much better. So do a practice episode just for fun. And then another thing is maybe do like 2 or 3 or 4 more episodes as pocket days. Maybe you don't wait a year to release them. Just like maybe one day you get sick and you don't feel like vlogging. So just be like, guys, I'm sick today, but a few weeks back when I was first getting started, I recorded an episode just in case I got sick one day. I'm going to play that one. So record a few that you don't release right away. Maybe you never have to release them. We call them pocket episodes. So do that. Do it with your iPhone. Then once you're done with your iPhone, once you're ready to move up, I would recommend getting a little point and shoot camera, a little handheld. I don't have one on me right now, but I'd recommend like the Canon G7X or something like that. Like the G7X.
Yeah, Canon G7X is it's small enough to fit in your pocket.
Yeah.
It's really, really great video. The only really downside when you wouldn't use it is, let's say the audio it has its own onboard audio, but you wouldn't plug an external mic. So if you're just doing short selfie style, Canon G7X is very great. Most vloggers use it just because it's point and shoot. It can fit in your pocket. It's something that literally you don't need an elaborate setup. You just grab and go.
Yeah, so point and shoot camera, you can go down to like the local Best Buy or whatever, or go online on Amazon, just type in G7X. That's a good one. There might even be better ones. You can look at reviews, but essentially you're just looking for a little camera you can put in your pocket or your purse. So that's where you want to get started. This is too much to start with, unless you have money and stuff like that. But I would say solo, I would say do a couple with your iPhone just for fun, then move to the G7X, start there. Then you're going to want to get like a camera like this. And this is just really like, either get like a Sony or a Canon at this point. These are bigger, and these are actually a few pieces of things here. So this is essentially what you have, is you have a few things going on here. Okay, this is the base right here, right? And this is more like a little digital camera, so digital video camera. It's a base, and you're just gonna want something that has a screen that flips up or folds out. That's really all you need. You need a screen because when you're first starting, you're not gonna know if you're in frame or not. Right. You gotta have a screen to be able to look and see if you're in frame and make sure you're getting your shots right. So just get a little base unit that's got a screen. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. This is the Canon 80D, okay? Now, after you got the little base unit, the next thing you need is a lens. And this lens right here is probably your basic most go-to. This is 10 to 18. It's a 10-18 millimeter lens, and it's pretty simple. They just go right in, clicks right in, right? And the reason it's 10 to 18 is that means it's close. 10 to 18 means like literally like I could be this close to me, right? But this is not gonna film far. So if you're looking to film something like across the street, it's not gonna get it. It's just gonna show, like it's a wide lens. So it's gonna basically immediately, like if I had everybody on the couch, I could be right here with this and I could see everybody on the couch. But if I had like a 35 millimeter lens, I'm only gonna see like a couple people there on the couch. So you want a lens that's basically a wide angle lens, a wide lens, 10 to 18, because when you're vlogging, Most of your content should be more selfie style on character. Short what's going on in front of you. And it's just got I like 10-18 because it gives you a little bit of zoom. And then as a backup lens, I would get what they call the Nifty 50. It's a very inexpensive, probably the cheapest lens on the market. It's the 50 millimeter lens. No, nothing. You can't do anything. You just plug it in and point and click. That's all you can do. But there's gonna be times where you're too close and you wanna be able to film something a little bit further out or whatever. And the Nifty 50, you just swap this out, boom, put on the 50, and you got it. So I would say the two lenses I would go with would be the 10-18 wide angle and the Nifty 50. So now you got that. Now the next thing you need is audio.
Good audio.
And I got this Rode Mic Pro, and this is the mic you want is one that you don't have for audio, one that you don't have to turn on and off. Okay?
Why do we say that, Chris?
Because when we first got started, I had the other Rode mic, and you have to remember to turn it on. Otherwise, when you plug it into your camera, if you don't press on, you've lost all your audio of all your footage. It takes over your camera's audio, which sucks. It takes it over. And if you don't have this thing on, you think it's on, you're gonna lose your footage. Or the battery dies right in the middle of the thing or whatever. This all just sucks. So Rode came out with a better one, which is the Pro mic. And this one, as soon as you plug it in, as soon as you turn on your camera, this is on. So you never have to worry about turning this on separately. I used to have to turn on my camera and turn this off. And then if you forget to turn this off, the battery dies.
Right.
So all you do is you basically, it's got a little stabilizer. I got the mic and a little stabilizer. The stabilizer and then you just put it in right there. And then you just put it here on the side. Your camera will have two little inputs. Make sure you're putting it in the right one. Because one's for headphones and one's for mic. And if you put it in the headphones, you lose all your audio. Oh. So just put it in the mic. Slap it on like that, now you're good to go. You've got a base, you've got a lens, you've got a mic. The last thing you need is a tripod of some kind. So I like the Joby. This is called the Gorilla Pod. The reason I like this Joby, hold this real quick. Yep. The reason I like the Joby is because it's bendable. You can actually fix it to things. I can literally if I wanted to, fix it right there. And look, I can literally set my camera up right there and be talking. You can fix it to poles, everything, and it stands like a tripod. But it also has kind of this feature, which is probably the best thing about it. By the way, it's just really easy. Look, you just clip it in and it's good to go. And you can loosen it or tighten it. Okay, you always want to make sure you get it right where you want it and then tighten it. But if I'm going selfie style, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend all the legs up towards me like this, kind of like in a bended fashion. And now I'm going to grip down here and it's pretty strong. Look at this. Now I've got more reach and I've got it on a tripod and I've got more reach and I could easily film just like this. I could easily film with lots and lots of reach. So this doubles up as a selfie style camera, as a gripper to be able to set it on things, or as a traditional camera tripod. And if you look at how easy, once you kind of get the idea of the weight and the base, you can just kind of put it down like that and then you go. And if it's leaning too much, you could just adjust the little thing, get it up, and you got it as a tripod camera. And then you could just set and you could talk. So really at the end of the day, your essentials are going to be the base, the lens, the mic, and the tripod. Outside of this, you might want to get extra batteries.
Right.
Batteries they run out. At the end of the day, you don't want to be like, oh my God, everything's going great, and then you run out of batteries for the day. Just get batteries. And then the last thing I would say is maybe a basic little carrying case. Don't get too advanced. What I did was I just threw all of this in a backpack, and every single day I just get used to having a backpack. If you're a vlogger, or you're a video creator, it's no different than having a laptop with you everywhere you go. I liked having my laptop. I liked having my backpack. I could film stuff, be really, really easy. So that would be my suggestion. Again, base, lens, mic, tripod, extra batteries, and a backpack. And also maybe battery chargers.
And the backpack, now you get really cool video backpacks that have space for all this and more, plus your laptop cord. So a nice backpack, you literally have everything to go with you. So as a video marketer, as a content creator, as a vlogger, you have everything with you inside of a backpack, and you literally have a mobile business between the content you create in a setup like this. You have literally everything you need to produce high quality videos that, I had to set up like this when I was first getting started with videos and online marketing 5-6 years ago. It wasn't even this good. And that helped me make my first 6 figures online in affiliate marketing, making clean videos. I was down in Costa Rica, whatever. Everywhere I went, I had my backpack, I had my camera, a boom mic, my laptop, everything I needed.
And so again, I would start with your phone, doing stories on Instagram and Snapchat. Get in the habit of creating daily every single day. Those could just be hold your phone up and do them. Then I would move to a practice vlog that you save for the vault later on, just so you can go through the whole experience of like what it's like. Then I would move to like maybe a couple pocket episodes. I would move to like a camera that fits in your pocket, like a Canon G7X. Then I'd move to something like a Canon 80D or a Sony with the basic setup like this. And then after you get to that point, the next step, my film guy would recommend, what camera would you recommend? Panasonic GH5.
And that actually goes into the question right now. What are we using right now when you're more elaborate and whatnot, this whole multi-camera setup?
Let me come back to that, because here's what I do want to say. Before we get into the cameras that we're using here, because that's the next step, is after you go from this, go to a person filming you. So this, everything we've talked about is selfie style, right? And you're just a solo vlogger. But eventually, you can get either a partner and say, hey, Peter, why don't, we're always hanging out every single day. You got a vlog, I got a vlog. Why don't we film each other? And now you could actually have somebody filming you. That's more of like what Gary Vee does. He's not there sitting there doing selfie style vlogs. Once you get a little bit bigger, you can have somebody filming you. Now that person's in charge of all the equipment, all the backpack, all the batteries, all the mics, the audio, the editing and everything. And all you got to do is just go be a creator. So you advance through these ropes, and then you get to the point where maybe even have a team or more equipment. So that does bring us to the question Peter's asking, which is, what camera equipment are we using right now to film on?
So multi-camera setup, essentially.
So here's what we have. Before I talk about what equipment it is, here are the resources that we have. As far as I can see, one camera, which I'm talking to here, okay? We have another camera up on, Megan, are you able to come follow me around with the cameras? Another camera that we have up on the, kind of like it's suction cupped to a pantry door.
Yeah, these cameras are literally on like a suction cups.
They're like on suction cups. And then there's another camera over here, suction cupped to like my bedroom glass window and stuff like that. So that's suctioned. All of these three cameras are suctioned. I think, Steele, are you actually able to follow along and show them that on the live stream? We might be able to show you right now on the live stream what some of these cameras look like. So this camera here, suction cupped on the glass, up on the back, that's an example. And then we have a TV that Megan's sitting at, and she's basically, what she's doing is she's switching between the camera angles, and she's just basically clicking a button that just says camera 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you guys can't see Steele, but Steele is, he's behind the camera that's showing her right now. And so that camera's on a tripod. So we have three cameras that are hooked up on like suction cups, and then we have one that's on a tripod. And that's what we have in terms of filming. Then we're using a service called Mimo Live, which allows us to broadcast this live stream on like Facebook or YouTube or wherever we want to broadcast it. And then for resources, I have my camera hooked into, I have my laptop hooked into the TV. So resource number one is this TV. I can do anything streaming on my laptop. Resource number two is going to be this flip chart. This is King. It's a huge oversized one from King Flip Charts.
Shout out to King Flip Charts from Italy.
Shout out to King Flip Charts. It's Italy. It's expensive.
Right.
It's the most expensive flip chart on the, sorry King, but it is the most expensive one. And even the paper is expensive. But it gives you a much bigger display, and we do so much content. We make money selling content, so it justifies us spending this and stuff like that. And then, of course, we have the backdrop. We have all the shades, blinds down behind us. We have Vegas as a backdrop. You can loosely see that. And then props, like the camera and stuff like that. So we kind of go between it all. The reason why we do this is because people's attention spans is low. So if we can constantly be shifting the shots and shifting where we're going and shifting over here and then bringing Peter up and then doing this and that and then showing the camera and talking, the more that we can do that, the more effective these videos will be. You'll have people retain. They'll feel a better quality experience. So I love doing quantity. I think it's all about every single day, content. So after you do quantity for a while, you can actually learn how to do high quality and do quantity at the same time, and that's a home run.
Yeah. And it's important, like Chris mentioned, there are levels. So you're not going to start here, right? But it's nice to know, like, here's the different levels. It's like leveling up in your life, leveling up in your business. So if you're leveling up in video, here's some ways you can level up, starting with your iPhone, starting with selfie, just producing daily content, social media, then eventually getting a setup, like a vlog setup here, going there, then eventually having someone film you with that vlog set, then eventually having even multi-camera, and you're just constantly a content machine because your business is monetizing, let's say, content, right? So I think we should kind of wrap up. It's one of the questions as it relates to essentially how to build, trust, how to build trust and authority with tips on that. And really why vlogging, why video, because essentially video is helping to build authority and trust with your audience.
Exactly. So we covered it a lot in the beginning if people missed it, but the biggest marketers in the world are all moving to video in 2018, 2019. Success leaves clues. So even if you're not sure why or sure if you should, ask yourself, why are all the biggest people in the world moving to video? And if they're moving to video, you should really consider it as well. And I'll tell you right now, YouTube is like the second largest search engine in the world, and YouTube videos actually rank in Google. So if you start creating video content for YouTube, you can repurpose it on Facebook, you can repurpose it on social media. I mean, you even look at social media, it's blowing up with stories, video, right? So like, you have to be up to date with the trends, with what's working, right? You've got to use the latest technology that's available to you. The latest technology available because even your phone right now is better than video cameras were 10 years ago, 5 years ago. I mean, so utilize the tools that you have. You're living in a period of time in your life where it's never been easier to be able to make, edit, and publish and market videos. Okay? Create, edit, publish, promote. That's all you gotta do. Create, edit, publish, promote. You gotta do it. Get used to doing it every single day. Make video part of your mantra of what you do as a business. It's gonna help you overcome fear. It's gonna get you better at public speaking. You're gonna learn how to condense your message down. You're gonna become a better communicator. You're gonna develop a large following. Your following then is gonna know you, like you, and trust you. They're gonna wanna buy things when you promote them. You're gonna watch your business explode. So if you're ready to 10x your business this year, then I highly recommend using video to make that happen. And just do it. Yeah. Just take action and just do it. So,
and by doing it, you're going to get better. So if you're not confident, then do it. If you're not confident on video, if you're not confident in speaking, whatever, do it. Because the more you do it, the more confidence you get. And next thing you know, you go out there and create 100 videos, whatever. And maybe through that experience, your exposure, your content, maybe you get invited to speak somewhere. Just watch how little you could go from never speaking, let's say at an event or on stage, and all of a sudden you speak at an event on stage and do a great job because you've just done like hundreds of videos. You've gained the experience just doing this or just doing this, but that experience will give you confidence, and that confidence will actually lead into being more effective and more profitable.
So in summary, here's what I recommend. Start with stories. If you guys want to watch stories, just follow me at Chris Record on Instagram. Watch my stories. You can watch them from desktop or mobile. You just click the little icon right there. Watch the stories. You'll watch how I do some selfies, some around me, how I take some pictures. I do some promotions. There's lots of little things I'm always doing on there. Do your own stories. Just start posting stories, even if you only have 10 followers. Get in the habit of stories, then move from stories to vlog style, to grabbing a little camera, going around and doing it. Get a couple pocket episodes. Get your practice episode in, and then create an outline, decide what you want to do, and give it a shot. Figure out a way to be able to incorporate this as part of your business. Even if it's not a vlog, maybe you're just doing a video where there's 10 tips, and each tip is good enough to be its own video. The purpose is, how can you get people to watch your videos and watch them for as long as possible? Because when you do, the longer somebody invests in you, the more they're going to feel like they know you, they like you, they trust you. And when people know you, like you, and trust you, they're going to buy from you. You're going to create wealth. You're going to create income. That's going to give you time freedom. Then you're going to truly start living the life that you deserve. So if you want to travel the world, spend more time with family, live out your passion, and make more money, and be debt-free, and do the things you want to do in life, it all starts with creating these daily habits now, consistently, and over time, you'll see those results for yourself. So with that being said, Peter, let's take them out. We're done with the live stream.
Awesome.
That's his word. Awesome.
See you tomorrow.
We will see you tomorrow.
If you're watching this live.
Tomorrow at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern.
We're
doing this again. You guys, we're on Value Week. Last week, we just promoted a big consulting promo. This week, we're going to be Value Week. Next week, we're rolling out a brand new kind of twist on LifePreneur with a new opportunity for people to be able to join us in business. That's coming out next week. So this week is Free Value Week. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying it. We'll see you on the next live stream. Peace.